This is a Team Fortress 2 weapon generator. Whenever you click generate, it creates a completely random set of stats to make a brand new hypothetical Team Fortress 2 weapon. It's a pretty cool little gizmo because while it does sometimes make abominations, it also sometimes makes some interesting stat combos that you may have never thought of before. But even though this is a goofy tool meant for messing around with, I think it's fun to take the question to its extreme and ask a pretty involved question. If these randomly generated weapons got added to Team Fortress 2, what would actually happen? Would they be completely game-breaking compared to the rest of the game's kit, or would they slot in nicely? So that's what I've invited fellow weapon enthusiast Fishstick on a Stick to do. Take 50 randomly generated TF2 weapons that we've never seen before and rank how good they'd be if they got dropped into the game as is. As you can probably tell by the video link, this does entail a lot of discussion because there are a lot of factors that go into what makes a TF2 weapon good or bad. But we honestly have found that by discussing how hypothetical weapons like this would interact with the game, we reveal a lot of interesting insight on how the vanilla game itself is balanced. Now, I should probably mention that yes, if you've watched my main channel for a very long time, you probably recognize this concept. With only one person analyzing it, the concept did wear out pretty quickly, so I stopped doing them almost 4 years ago, but a lot of you have been asking me to do them again, so I figured this is the most fitting way to do them in my modern style. So hopefully you enjoy your discussion about what would actually happen if Team Fortress 2 had these randomly generated weapons added to it. What we are doing is we are ranking 100 randomly generated weapons that I've pulled from this website. You can't see it, Fish, but it'll be on screen. This is...
I believe that it exists.
Yeah, to my knowledge, this is the most updated weapon generator. There used to be a bunch of these, but I think ever since the trend died in like 2022, people haven't really been making them, so we'll see.
Well, in the future, TF2 weapons will be randomly generated.
I hate to break it to you, Fish, but that joke has been made in every single comment section on every weapon generator video that I've done.
Well, I'm getting to it first, so that way it doesn't flood your comments. I'm stealing all of your interactions.
But yeah, so we'll just, I've pre-generated the weapons because I kind of had to make this not really annoying to edit. So I'll place them here, and then we will discuss how they would exist in actual Team Fortress 2. So what that means is TF2 otherwise is identical to how it is, but for some reason, this new weapon gets added. How good would it be?
Mm-hmm. And this isn't like in relation to all the other weapons that are being added, like just this one.
Just this one. Like each one is in a vacuum.
For each individual ranking.
Yeah. So it's like,
okay, cool.
We're not assuming all 100 of these are getting added at the same time. Just like for
that would be
one,
hilarious though.
But no, for this one, it's just like we will have to consider how they would interact with like a full loadout for the class they're on, but not the other ones we're adding, because that would be way too hard. Oh, and you'll see too, by the way, the way that the information's displayed. Like it's pretty obvious what things should be. The only thing that's not clear is each one comes with a picture, which I don't think relates to the stats. The picture is just kind of random. So anyway, weapon number 1 is this Pyro primary, where flames linger in the air for 1 second, but air blast can't reflect projectiles or extinguish allies.
What does it do then?
You have... So I'm guessing this means like 1 additional second after you fire them, so flames just linger for longer?
Yeah, I guess so.
But
like the flame particles have a longer lifespan, sort of?
Yeah. Or I guess...
I don't think that's worth the downside,
doesn't really
though, because what does it do?
Yeah, fuck you if you encounter a soldier or a pyro or a Demoman or...
Like, there's area denial potential there, I suppose, in a certain way. But, like, that's so not worth the air blast downside.
Like, the one thing that I would give this is in Pyro duels, this would basically be a free win, because
that is
half of, like, WM1 duels, which people consider the lamest fights, and I agree they're not very exciting looking, but there actually is a method to it. It's basically
they just look so janky.
They look jank, but the method to win is basically, like, the same as winning a syringe gun duel, where you have to, like, try not to let the opponent track you while you track them. But with extra linger time, like, you could just create a permanent hitbox that the other Pyro couldn't get out of. So it wouldn't be completely
just wiggle
useless.
your mouse around.
But yeah, pretty much. Like, that's all you'd have to do. So this wouldn't be completely useless, but it definitely is not good.
I would definitely put it into, like, too weak or gimmicky.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm thinking. So, all right. In here you go. And if we need to make the tier list bigger, then we will. Weapon number 2,
That
and
was
some
easy.
of these are gonna go quick. Like there's gonna be 100, but some of these are just like, oh wow, this is.
I mean, yeah, that was
complete dog
like
shit.
2 stats.
Yeah.
Like, God forbid we get a Reddit tier weapon where it's just like a wall of text.
Yeah, so actually, like, on the website, you can choose how many stats you wanted. So a lot of the beginning ones, I chose, like, minimal, and then I kind of upped it as I went. So some of the later ones will have more.
Okay.
And then I think for the last 5, I just set it to max, and they're giant, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Now
get
we
there.
get the Reddit ones. Nice.
This is a medic primary that has a +1 capture rate on user and chops ammo twice as fast.
I'm guessing
What
that
does
means
that
it
mean?
consumes ammo, but wait, is that a... okay, I'm
Chops
very confused
ammo.
on that.
Ignore what the
Because
picture is. That doesn't matter.
Like, if it consumes ammo twice as fast, I would assume that means, like, it has a faster fire rate, which is a good thing. This is good news.
Actually, here, hold on. I think we've kind of encountered... You've made an interesting argument, because we are missing a tier, and that is the what the fuck does this even mean tier.
The mystery tier.
We literally don't have enough information to even approach this tier, so...
Because, like, okay, if it had, like, the same clip size, same firing speed, but, like, your ammo just drained... Like, if it effectively had, like, a halved clip size, then it's like, okay, that is indeed a downside. But you're making it sound like it just has a fucking, doubled fire rate.
Yeah, like... If it has a double fire rate, that's insane. But
That's
if it
really
has,
good for a syringe gun, actually.
Yeah,
But if it has a halved
effectively...
clip size, then that's a pretty decent drawback.
Yeah, but not even just a halved clip size. Like, this would be halved reserve ammo, too, because you're still loading in
So it's almost
the
like
same
half
amount
DPS.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think that would make it bad, but double...
I don't think it would necessarily...
Consumption would make it
I could see
good.
the value in, like, +1 capture rate.
Here, I have to change my colors now. I didn't plan for those.
Like, as a resident pain train defender, like someone who actually like enjoys and uses the pain train, it's like I could see the value in that, especially like if the medic is already going to be using a syringe gun, so it's like, hey, your DPS doesn't matter as much, but like the opportunity cost of not using the crossbow just for getting a +1 capture rate is not amazing, so. It'd still probably go in too weak or gimmicky, but we still really don't know what chops ammo means.
Yeah, like...
That's the biggest thing.
I'm gonna be real, like, if this was a double firing speed, like, this actually might be balanced, because that would still make it the best syringe gun by far. A 100% damage bonus is insane. There it is. Here's the weapon. Take one last look.
There's not enough info, and there's not enough centering.
It's your punishment for existing, as you get to deal with that. All right.
Exactly.
Weapon number 3 is
All
a
right.
heavy primary, where you have a 15% faster move speed on wear, but the weapon can't be revved without shooting, so your right click is disabled, basically.
Okay. I think the faster move speed on heavy just like kind of this seems passive. This doesn't say while active, so this is passive.
Yeah, this is just passive.
Damn, that's
it's
really
on
good.
wearer too, so it's with any weapon.
Yeah, wow, that's really good.
Honestly, I think this is actually balanced though, because the fact that you can't stay revved like kind of is a problem.
It's kind of like a Huolong heater situation in that case, because like you're always consuming ammo while you're revved up.
But unlike the Ring of Fire, which maybe sometimes will do damage if you're in someone's face, this is a move speed bonus, so that's actually worth it. So I would argue for balance, but
hold on. How much is a 15% move speed on heavy? Like, what does the Gru give you?
The Gru is like 35. So I think this is like eviction notice tier move speed.
Like eviction notice? Okay.
But that's permanent
case,
though.
Yeah. Like it is passive, but like, oh my god, it would stack with Gru though. Oh dude, that's insane. That's awesome.
Move fast.
Oh, that'd be sick. Okay, yeah, this is awesome.
I am the light weapons guy.
Yeah, the eviction notice is the same thing. So this would be a permanent eviction notice.
Okay, so yeah, that is pretty good.
Okay, so this is balanced. Because not being able to like stay revved is a problem. So, okay.
I mean, unless you're on a payload cart, which is the same thing with the Huolong heater, which That kind of
Yeah,
puts
but then
it,
you
like,
don't need the move speed bonus, right? Like, you're not benefiting from both things at the same time.
I suppose that's true, but you can kind of like dance around the payload cart and like scout ahead a little bit. I don't know. It's like I could see people absolutely fucking loving this one because they would go insane on Fat Scout with it.
I would literally just play Gru heavy. Like, that would be awesome, actually.
Just zipping around fucking 45. Wait, is it additive or multiplicative? It's multiplicative, right?
Maybe. Are there any? Oh, there is another instance where that's the case because this Buffalo Steak. But I'm not sure how that works. Either way, I don't think 15%.
Well, heavy has a capped movement speed is the thing, and that is like the speed that the Buffalo Steak and Gru give you. So like they don't stack together.
Oh.
Yeah, heavy's weird like that.
Okay, well, maybe in this alternate universe we could fudge that for the sake of being interesting. But anyway, weapon 4.
Oh, that's true.
This is an engineer primary. It's the Righteous Bison, I guess.
Okay.
So this is one where the image doesn't matter, but the gray text does. This is
an indivisible particle smasher.
Yes. So this is a Thompson type weapon, not a shotgun type weapon.
Right.
Oh no, sorry. This is a Bison because the projectiles penetrate. So I'm guessing this fires the Bison.
Well, like Bison
projectile.
or old Thompson.
Hold on. At Grok.
The Thompson used to penetrate.
No. Is a Thompson an indivisible particle smasher? It is.
I think
okay,
it
what about the
is.
Bison? I don't know.
It is also, yes. I believe so.
They are both indivisible particle smashers. So, what we will say for these is, user choice, I guess.
I think that
really matter, but
reading this as an engineer primary, I'm going with like old Thompson rules.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so this is like the old Thompson. It doesn't require ammo, projectiles penetrate, and because it is a Thompson type weapon, we're assuming that it has 4 shots instead of 6. So,
and I'm assuming like a similarly slow projectile and all that sort of thing.
So yeah, this is a Thompson, but it pierces. It has 30% damage bonus against airborne targets. And if you are below 75% health, it can't crit or deal mini crits.
That is the weirdest fucking downside I have ever seen in my life. Like, TF2, in all of its years, has basically completely avoided, like,
health ratios.
Fudging your crit rate. Well, that too, but, like, also just, like, having a critical hit rate.
Well, it's not even
outside
a rate.
of just,
you
like...
just can't do it below that.
Well,
health.
exactly, but, like, even a binary like this, it's avoided unless it's just like, oh, you can't crit ever.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna get really weird stats from these generators, like inevitably.
Yeah, because this is a super weird one.
Because usually what people will do is they'll just mass produce stats, so there's a bunch of different variations you can get, and some of the stats they make are strange. But no, I mean, it's interesting to think about like how this would even work in Team Fortress 2. And personally, I think this is still too weak because it's still just the Thompson, but...
Here's the thing, though. This would be one of the most annoying fucking spam weapons in the game. Because, like, imagine you're just jumping around. Like, you're just bee-hopping, and then you take 30% more damage from some dingus hiding behind a dispenser who's just, like, spamming Thompson shots down a choke point. And they penetrate, so even if some guy eats it in front of you, like, you might still get hit by it. That would be annoying. I don't think it would be, like, overpowered or anything, but it would be annoying.
I'm gonna be real, Fish. Okay, hold on. How much damage does the Thompson do at max range?
I think it does, like, 32 at max range.
It does... Probably right. Yeah, it does 32. So, 32 times...
Haven't used the Thompson in ages.
Yeah. 32 times 1.3 is 41. So I still don't think it's very good.
Well, that's at max range, though.
Yeah.
Like,
even still, like, point blank is 72, and 72 times 1.3 is 93. So it's the same as a shotgun if you're airborne. Like, I'm gonna be real, I still don't think it would be very good. But
no, it would still probably suck, but it would be like more annoying than the Thompson is now, I think.
Oh, for sure, but I still think it's too weak.
Oh, no, it's still too weak.
Yeah, okay. All right, and there you go.
I agree with that.
We'll have to really crowd these in here. Well, I mean, I could just resize them later if it's bad. That's the beauty of doing these in Photoshop is, like, have, like, free-form control over what I'm doing.
You could do anything. You could draw a little penis if you wanted to.
I could even, like use the paintbrush tool and just scribble a little mustache on each one.
You could, yeah.
This is a spy primary, which fire at the ground to perform a blast jump. And you get 10% less damage while attacking from behind. Holy fuck.
Game breaking.
That's insane. This would be like, imagine, okay, Fish, I'm gonna like traumatize you, but it's worth it because it's funny. Imagine a kunai dead ringer spy with this, and
I would kill
they're
myself.
blast jumping around. They don't even have to surf the damage. They can just do that. And it's not like this does really less damage. It has a 10% damage penalty when you're behind someone.
Yeah,
So,
that is insanity.
this would make spy fucking bonkers.
And the craziest part is, like, I don't even think anyone realizes this. This would give Spy a gun.
Holy shit, that's true because he doesn't have that yet. The
Yeah,
only
I
option
mean,
that he
like,
has right now
dude.
only does like 3 damage. It does bleed, but like, yeah, this would actually do
I mean, it
real
is 8
damage.
seconds of bleed.
That's true. This doesn't even bleed, so how good could it be? But
Yeah, I don't know. It might be crap actually.
imagine though, Fish, like you see a spy with the kunai dead ringer running at you, and then they're like trying to strafe. They quickly whip around to the wall behind them. They shoot it, come careening toward you at Mach 5, and then jank stab you by passing by, and you instantly die.
It'd be great. It'd be so good.
Cool.
It would be so cool to see that 30 times in a single fucking game over and over again.
It would be, okay, I'm gonna be real, like, as the spy, it would be hype as hell, but I would kill myself if I had to play against that.
I'm sure it's very hype.
Well,
but
even
when you
like,
see it over and over again, it loses its charm.
even like with the stock cloak watch, you could just rocket jump and then cloak, and then they wouldn't know where you go, so it's such an easy
Oh yeah, it
positioning
would be an
tool.
amazing escape tool.
Yeah,
Like even better than the Dead Ringer, arguably, because like you're so much more freeform with your cloak.
Yeah, like, like this is infinitely better than any move speed bonus could ever be, because the amount of not only horizontal but vertical momentum you get from a rocket jump is ridiculous.
Like
So
the lack of a movement mechanic like a rocket jump is a huge part of what keeps Spy actually balanced and not complete ass cancer. Because, like, he effectively, you know, quote unquote, has like a movement ability in terms of invisibility that lets him get around wherever he wants to. Letting him do that and rocket jump for a minuscule downside is absurd.
yeah, and it doesn't even say there's a health loss. So
Nope.
like, it's basically
Like,
just
the
it
detonator
fires a
says that, at
rocket jumper
least.
shot. Yeah. So yeah, this would be insane, and it would be so fun, but like we just can't
A
do
rocket jumper shot that does damage to the enemy because it does 10% less damage from
It's hit
behind.
scan.
And it's hit scan. Oh my god.
Yay. I love Spy. I love when
my
he
God,
falls
that'd be
out of the
awful.
sky and trick stabs me with a kunai. All right, let's do weapon number 6.
Heavy.
It's a minigun that has the firing speed increases the longer it's fired, but it has a 15% slower move speed on wear.
I can honestly see this one being like an actual weapon in TF2.
This one seems pretty balanced.
This is totally reasonable, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, so like the question that I would have is how much does the firing speed increase? But honestly,
Yeah.
within any reasonable amount, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, like that's just like a flat DPS upgrade as heavy. It's like it's almost kind of like a better version of the Brass Beast. And the Brass Beast is already a weapon that I would describe as like borderline, where if you give it an inch, it could take a mile. So like, yeah, this is really good, I'm gonna say.
Oh god, imagine payload heavies with this.
Oh yeah, they'd be fucking bonkers.
Like, unless the firing speed somehow outpaced the ammo regeneration, that would be insane.
And here's the thing, it doesn't say that it starts off with a slower fire speed. So it
Yeah.
starts off at base.
And again,
Yeah,
even
this
if it's
is-
like up to 20%,
really
that's still a
good.
20% damage bonus. So I'm trying to think of whether this is meta or balanced.
I think it's meta. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, this seems like a straight upgrade over, like, the stock minigun.
I wouldn't say that, though, because the 15% move speed on what's already a really slow class was...
Yeah, but it's heavy. People don't want to move fast.
Yeah, but they at least want to move. Heavy would be at... Gotta bust out the calculator again for this one. So this would be... What's Heavy's move speed in hammer units, do you know?
In hammer units? Fuck.
Do you know the percentage?
Is it like 73 or something?
No, I think
no.
66. So we'll say, hold on, I can just, why am I just look it up.
At Grok, what is Heavy's movement speed?
I could just be asking Grok, what am I doing?
Yeah, what the hell?
Grok,
is this true?
The heavy weapons guy, more commonly known as the Heavy, is a towering hulk of a man hailing from the USSR. He's often considered the face of the game due to his prominent appearance on the box art, promotional materials, and loading screens. That's true. His actual move speed is 77%. Okay, that's like a really arbitrary value.
I was close.
So it's 230 hammer units per second. So that would be 230 times 0.85. So 195.5. So that's actually not that much different, to be fair.
Yeah, it's really not that bad because like, you're taking a small percentage off of a small number. It's kind of like the overdose's damage penalty.
Yeah. No, I think that's true. Yeah, no, this would be meta if that's the case. Because it's just like the free team fight winner button.
It really is I think whether or not it's game breaking is dependent on how much the fire speed increases. Like, imagine if there was no cap.
Okay, well, like, again, if we don't know and it's not like completely insane.
Like a completely absurd mechanic, like say a rocket jumper on Spy.
Yeah, or if it's something like chops ammo twice as fast.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
what did you mean by this?
Like, okay, so for the people that are inevitably going to say it, not enough info is for the what the fuck does this mean stat, and not the maybe it's slightly better or worse depending on how you interpret it stat.
Like, we know what more firing speed means on Heavy. We don't know what chops ammo means.
Yeah, and well, with firing speed increasing, like, I feel like that has precedent in Team Fortress 2.
Well, yeah, there's the MVM upgrade for it. And
I mean,
there's
like,
the Tomislav, which has a firing speed decrease.
Increases as you fire. Like, is that a thing on any other weapon? I don't think it is, actually.
Well, there's... the panic attack has more spread as you continue firing, but that's not really the same. But, like, yeah, there is... I would describe that as sort of a precedent.
Yeah.
Like, if you keep firing for long enough, then there is a change in how the weapon fires.
Intuitively...
Panic attack has that.
It would make sense for a weapon like this to have a cap, whereas there is not an intuitive answer to what the fuck chopping ammo is. You fucking SpongeBob doing karate? Like, I don't know what that means.
Maybe all of the syringes are cut in half.
It fires half a syringe, and it just goes in a completely random direction because it's not aerodynamic at all. Okay, weapon number... Okay, this is another heavy primary. Plus 2% move speed per consecutive hit to a max of 20%, and all received debuffs last twice as long.
I think that, see, if this was, like, not a heavy primary, I would think, like, oh, you know, there's something to be said here. But consecutive hit on a minigun, like, those bullets are going everywhere. Like, if you miss one bullet, then it's like, does that reset you?
No, normally that's not how Team Fortress 2 works. Again, with all my experience that I've done, like just screwing around with the game, it's a
There are consecutive hit mechanics like this then.
Yeah. Well, not just consecutive hit, but it's more like, how do we handle whether a shot hits or miss if it fires multiple pellets? And consistently, and I learned this in both the headshots and no downsides video, it counts as a hit if even one pellet hits. So...
Okay.
Yeah, so, this would be pretty good.
That's,
you get the move speed bonus.
That's a lot better then. And yeah, like a 2% movement, and in that case, 2% movement speed for a consecutive hit, you need to hit 10 bullets on someone.
That's not
You get through that in like half a second.
Much. Yeah. And like, here's the deal too. If you're at max movement speed, you can just stay revved with a 20% move speed bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So then I guess the question
debuffs.
is... Yeah, which debuffs actually matter on heavy?
The Gru health drain, maybe?
That's not... What, is that a debuff? I don't think it counts as one, no.
I don't know, actually. I mean, I guess that's just like receive debuffs from enemy players like Afterburn and Mark for Death and shit.
I wouldn't say the Gru is a debuff. Just intuitively, that's not what a debuff feels like it should be.
Okay, so we're talking like Afterburn and Mark for Death.
Yeah,
or
something
Girardi.
that appears as an icon above your HUD.
Sticky Shoes.
Yeah, that's a debuff. Oh, being stunned for twice as long would suck ass.
Wait, would that even work that way?
It is a
like,
debuff.
How does that work for like the Force of Nature? Do you get knocked back twice as long?
Yeah, well, it's just you lose traction or you lose air control for twice as long. So if you got hit by the force of nature, like, fuck you. You're going in that direction.
You can't, like, strafe out of that then. Okay.
If you got air blasted, too, that would actually suck. Oh, my God.
Well, air blast doesn't give you the sticky shoes, does it?
It does, yeah.
Oh, it does? It just, like, doesn't show you a little icon?
I don't know if it shows the icon or not, but it does lock your momentum. Although, if it doesn't show the icon, then is it a debuff?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking there.
So it probably
like,
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But bleed for 16 seconds? Like, I don't know if the game can handle that.
Ooh.
Although, like, okay, to be serious about it, though, imagine getting hit by a Scorch Shot flare and being on fire for 16 fucking seconds.
Oh, God, the Scorch Shot made it even worse against fucking heavies. I already feel bad. Like, if I ever use the Scorch Shot and I see a heavy, it's just like, you're gonna be so fucking miserable. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, counterpoint, though, if I'm playing Pyro and I see a heavy, I'm already so fucking miserable, so you should be too. Yeah, you deserve it for playing one of the base 9 classes.
Well, I mean, a lot of Pyros already feel that way about Sniper. That's like half the reason they even use the fucking thing. But I feel like they underestimate just how badly it fucks over heavies if you can actually like hit the guy with it. But they're too busy fucking aiming at the ground next to people.
And heavies, here's the reason why I actually don't think the debuff matters, because like, when is a heavy not just being pocketed?
Whenever I'm playing him.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
There's a reason he's my least played class.
I can go Vaccinator, Zaddy, if you ever need footage.
No, God, no. I would feel awful.
Yeah, but I mean, Fish, think about the clips. Dude, I feel so bad.
Oh, the heavy clips I could farm.
What did I just do? Why did I make it clear?
Did you, like, cut it?
I dropped something on my keyboard and I pressed a button and made it, like, opacity. That was so weird.
You made it a ghost.
We sucked out its soul. So this would be, I think, the meta. Because if you're being pocketed, this is just easily the best minigun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's
like,
it. That's the discussion.
Yeah, no damage penalty, no anything like that. It's like, it's really good.
And the debuff timer is like, oh, what? You're going from 2 seconds to 4 seconds of Girardi. Like, okay,
like, hey, if there's a sniper on the enemy team, I mean, he's just going to shoot you in the head anyway. Like, Girardi is less of a concern, I think.
Yeah, maybe out of the problems Heavy faces, the Girardi being on sniper is not one of them.
Yeah.
All right, weapon number 8. The Demoman primary, where you hold fire to charge the grenade speed.
Kind of like a loose cannon situation.
Yeah, you have immunity to movement impairing effects, but it has a 30% slower firing speed.
Interesting. This is kind of a weird mishmash of stats, but it's like, I kind of see the logic behind like faster grenade speed but slower firing speed. It's like you can get shots out there faster or like farther, like outside of your normal range, but like slower. It's kind of like charging up a quickie bomb in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess how much you could charge it is important in this case, but tell you what,
I would assume it is probably like around the range of like a quickie bomb, like a fully charged quickie.
I mean, sticky bombs and quickie bombs actually go the same distance. Okay. Okay, maybe we should.
I know it's a ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's a ridiculous difference in speed. I know that much.
Yeah, so if you could charge this up to like double speed, that's like a hit scan basically on a grenade.
But for 30% like slower firing speed, I mean, I guess the thing is like, how much does the 30% slower firing speed matter if you're like charging up between each of your shots? But maybe you don't. I guess the thing is you don't have to charge up your shots like if you're in a close to mid-range fight. So in that sense, it's like it's good at long range but weak at close range. So that's kind of a decent downside for the upside.
I'm gonna be real. This would be insane on Hybrid Knight, because imagine having this and you're immune to Air Blast.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That would be, this was like the Hybrid Knight weapon. Like, you have a really easy to aim grenade launcher, and you're immune to being pushed around.
Bro, Solar Light would fucking come over this weapon.
This is the Solar Light, like, bait weapon.
The Solar Light Deluxe.
Solar Light, comment on the video if you're watching. I know you will. We said the word Demo Knight. I know your Demo Knight sense is tingling. You're already here. Yeah, I would say this is good, but like not OP at all. It's just really situationally good for certain loadouts.
Yeah, it's like I guess it would be the meta for Hybrid Knight, but that's so fucking niche that it's like I think that just comes out to being a balanced weapon.
Do we need, I mean, do we want to split the balanced tier into like generally good and situationally good, or is that too much? Because we're not gonna have too much in there.
You know what? I kind of, just because of how ridiculous this would be on Hybrid Knight, like I'm trying to consider like all the other, like all the swords and shit that exist. Like imagine a fucking Islander Demo Knight just walking into your face and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't Force of Nature him away. You can't Air Blast him. He's just walking at you. I don't know. I would put that in meta just for that. Like I think in that aspect, like meta for Hybrid Knight does make a big difference there.
I'm honestly kind of leaning toward making a new tier, because it wouldn't actually be that good on Explosive Demo.
On Explosive Demo, no, but like I really think that it would be so insane on Hybrid Knight that it would make Hybrid Knight way more viable in general.
Although, on Explosive Demo, when you already have the Sticky Bomb launcher, this would be really good for a finisher. If you could just charge a shot and like tag someone from really far away.
That's true.
And it still has rollers.
That first shot doesn't matter with the firing speed.
Actually, wait. Okay, so this would have rollers. So you could like fully charge a grenade and it would bounce off the floor and go to fucking Africa.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
This would be meta, actually. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, this is really good.
This would be so good, actually. Okay, to be fair, I would love this weapon. Like, this would probably be one of my most used.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, like I already love the lock and load for its projectile speed. But okay, cool. And if we need to split the tiers later, we can come back to these and squint really hard, I guess.
We'll figure it out.
Actually there. All right, number 9. A sniper primary that is a crossbow.
Okay. I'm interested. Passive reload.
Yeah, so it has reload automatically, can see enemies' HP, and has less health packs on wearer. So...
Okay, acting as a crossbow, like I would take the Crusader's crossbow stats into account there, which means it can headshot, because it doesn't say it can't, unlike the crossbow.
That's true. How much damage would this do, though? Are we using Huntsman or crossbow for the base?
I would be using crossbow as the base. So crossbow is like 75 max damage, right?
Yeah, that's the max, but that's not the base damage. That specifically tells you that it can increase. So honestly, Huntsman might be the move here. And here's the deal, too. It doesn't
charge, though.
It doesn't charge.
So that's I would say, what, 60 base damage, right?
50.
Right, 50.
Here's the deal too. It doesn't matter what we say. We just have to remember it, because it's gonna be completely arbitrary anyway. As long as we're consistent about it for the tier list, it's still an interesting discussion either way. So, just in case we run into other crossbows. Well, okay. First of all, let's establish this. Just in case we run into other crossbows, we're gonna say that this has the same firing and reload speed as the Crusader's crossbow, and it does.
But the projectile does the same damage as the Huntsman.
Yeah. So it's just, it fires like basically an uncharged Huntsman arrow.
Well, would it fire the projectile like totally straight like the crossbow does, or would it arc like the Huntsman does? I think that's an important distinction to make too. Like I would say it fires a projectile like the crossbow, but the damage is like the Huntsman.
Yeah, I think that's more fair because I think the uncharged huntsman arrows are a little flaccid for my taste. I like them. I like them straight and stiff. So
yeah, nice and erect.
yeah, like a very erect trajectory of arrows
With a nice girthy hitbox.
Okay, well, I think the huntsman is a little bit too girthy, but that's a different discussion. So
it does hurt a bit.
Anyway, assuming that this is like a quick, like, walk up to someone and click them on the head and they take 150, like, that's pretty fucking good.
This would be, I think, very powerful on more aggressive snipers, but also on really bitch snipers that just hang back and spam this and corner peek.
It's like the huntsman.
That would be annoying. Like the huntsman, but you don't even have to account for the arc.
I mean, you kind of do if you want a headshot. It doesn't matter on the Crusader's crossbow because you don't have to worry about the head, but...
Well, that's what I'm saying, is like, you don't have to... if we're considering this as a crossbow, where the projectile flies totally straight, you don't even have to worry about the arc anymore. You just fire at head level and forget. And, like, I would argue that's like...
This would be such an annoying spam weapon.
And it reloads passively, unlike the Huntsman. That's like one of the biggest drawbacks of the Huntsman, I think, is that it doesn't reload passively.
I'm gonna like write down what this is so we don't forget. Because otherwise we are totally gonna get to weapon like 80 and we're gonna see a crossbow again and we're gonna be like, what do we say for this?
So straight projectile. Well, like I think a crossbow is like 50 damage on a sniper primary. Like if we get it on a medic primary again, it's like I think we'd have to consider the base damage for the Crusader's crossbow.
No, because this is a sniper primary, to be fair.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, for being a sniper primary, it should take the base damage of a sniper primary.
Yeah, so it does 50 on body shot, 150 on headshot. You can't charge.
But if we got a crossbow for medic, I'm saying that would be like, I think that would be a different thing. Yeah,
okay, we'll say
because obviously, like,
crossbow. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
A lot of weapon generation, by the way, is just trying to decipher what they mean. This is the
because like I feel like I can see in my head this weapon working inside of TF2. We also have to take account the downside, which, as far as I'm concerned, does not fucking matter at all. Like this is one of the most nothing downsides I have ever seen in my fucking life.
You get what, like from a small health pack, like 5 less health, if that.
Something like Sniper already has such a low health pool that like taking away 15% of the health you get. Not to mention, like, if you're that fucking desperate, you could just equip the Cozy Camper and it doesn't matter at all. Actually,
like, I think the SMG, because a lot of what makes this good is the actual sniper
the passive
crossbow archetype of weapon. And I think in that case, like, the fact that this you could just walk up and tap someone on the head and they would die is pretty good.
Well, here's the thing, like... unlike, you know, the other sniper primaries, there's no charge on this. So I think that, like, in that aspect, you would really want to use the SMG with this. So that way, if you run into, like, a Pyro or a Demo or something, you're just like, okay, pop you in the head and then just, like, pepper him down with the SMG.
Yeah, no, I like, that's what you want.
But if you're just spamming across the entire map, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, if you want to play the special subclass of Special Education Sniper and you sit there holding M1 with this thing and corner peeking... That might be a different story in terms of how annoying this is to play against.
That is the thing that's like getting to me is like seeing this as a weapon where it's like this kind of close range, almost battle sniper thing that makes it sound really awesome. But then I imagine how people would actually use it and it's corner peeking and that sounds like the lamest shit ever.
I mean, so here's the deal, right? Like we're in a unique situation with this where we can just redefine what it means. And, although, no, actually, because Sniper already has something that fires arrows. I was going to say we could just give this damage fall off, but that Sniper doesn't have that on any other primary. I don't think that would be fair. So, okay. Well, we'll just say then that this is...
I don't know if it would be meta, but, like, I don't know if it would be balanced either.
Like, strictly speaking, you are giving up a Sniper rifle. Like, this would just be a Huntsman side grade, which I don't think is a super broken weapon as it is.
That's true, but you're also being able to just aim at head level and kill people without even seeing them because you're already around a corner. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like that at all. I,
No, but like you can kind of do that with a huntsman, and it's not that unbalanced.
I guess
You're giving up a rifle.
I feel like there should be a not OP
anyway.
but really fucking annoying tier.
Okay, we can do that.
I mean, I'm not gonna ask you to add another tier, but it's like I don't know.
I mean, maybe
would this be the only thing in there?
Maybe. I mean, this is weapon number 9 out of 100. Like, we don't know. It's kind of hard to judge.
I think it's
yet.
the easily meta thing in the second tier that's getting to me, because it's like,
do we need an intermediate tier between these? Easily meta but not OP, and then like
I'm just not sure if it's like easily meta is the thing, because like I see this, I hear easily meta, I'm thinking like, oh, this is the thing that like everyone's gonna be using, like your stock rocket launchers and your Tommy Slavs and shit like that. It's like that kind of ooh.
Okay.
Really darn good.
I just censor because my mom watches these videos. I don't want her to know that I say darn.
In that case, I'm totally fine with putting it in that tier then.
Okay, that works for me. Yeah, I think that's like a better tier.
That makes that a lot easier.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's also rename this one to usable but weak. Because I think there's like a distinction between you could technically do it, but it's just not good, and there's literally no reason to equip this ever.
It's like the difference between a Liberty launcher and a sun on a stick.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I think that's like a perfect analysis, actually. It's like, is this a third degree or a hot hand sort of deal? Okay, I'm more satisfied with that. And again, half of doing these like tier lists, even historically when I used to make these videos, is just like trying to figure out the tier list system. It's a fun like logic puzzle kind of built into it, right? But
yes. All
right, number 10. We're on the double digits.
I thought that was a toilet at first.
It's the Skibbity toilet back bling for demo.
Oh god.
All received debuffs turn into buffs. Okay,
that is fucking really difficult to define. How do you factor afterburn into that? Like, what is the buff there?
I mean, that's not that hard, right? Because afterburn is you take 8 damage per second, so instead you heal 8 damage per second.
I don't like that at all.
Invert it.
Pyro just fucking heals the Demoman. You just grief your whole team.
Medic, the enemy pocket Pyro that's healing me.
Oh my
and then
god.
Damage received is split equally between the user and healer. One cannot die before the other. What the hell?
This seems like such a grief weapon. Like
imagine
you
like
grief your men. It's like how many people complain about the quick fix where it's just like, oh, my pocket rocket jumped. I guess I'll die of fall damage
so
now.
Funny. Okay.
And now it's just like, oh, my demo's wearing the fucking Skibbity toilet backpack, and now I'm just dead.
I accidentally healed the Skibbity demo when he got a headshot. I can already see those like rant posts on fucking Reddit.
Oh my god.
I accidentally healed a Skibbity demo and he got headshot and I died and dropped it.
Everything about this seems so awful.
Also, imagine like, okay, so damage received, but you can sticky jump yourself. So imagine a quick fix medic locks onto you. God. You put 4 quickies down and you go to 1 health and send the medic to space. I'm not even kidding you. I would literally just troll medics because even though it's mean, that would be really funny.
Hold on. Damage received is split equally between user and healer. One cannot die before the other.
Yeah, so
that makes it seem like one cannot die at all. Like neither one can die.
What if you had different health? Like, what does this even mean?
It's like feeding your Mogwai after midnight. Bitch, it's almost always after midnight.
I don't understand what that could be. So damage received is split equally between user and healer. So I guess if you're both on 1 health, it kills you, but that's still insane.
That means you get to keep fucking living until you're at 1 health through everything. It's like the old danger shield.
This would be fucking broken. Like, This would be...
You take a 15% damage vulnerability, but if you have medic on you, it literally doesn't matter unless you're both at 1 fucking health.
And the medic is healing you, so you're never just at 1 health. You have to get hit on the frame.
And the medic
both at
is
1
healing
health.
himself passively.
All right, this is the fucking... Well, okay, before we, like, put this in the tier, what is this? This looks like a cardboard backpack.
It looks like a toilet.
Like, it's the Nintendo Labo demo.
Poo.
Oh god, another fucking skibbity toilet demo. The game's ruined because the medic can't die.
I can't read this any other way except like they can't die unless they're both at exactly 1
That's
health.
what it means. Like,
health.
no, I agree. I can't think of anything else. Like, because one
that
can't
is like
die
it's
before
being
the
specific.
other.
It's just being specific in a way that makes this fucking broken.
Or to be no. I guess to be fair, because if you both got headshot for like 450 health, then you would both take enough damage.
Okay,
to
so
die.
I guess the Machina is the fucking counter to this then, because you're both getting headshot at the same time.
Or just any sniper rifle, because if you fully charge it, that splits the damage. Well, actually, so
but one cannot die before the other.
What's Demo's max health at overheal? So I can't believe I have to look this up. I should know this. Okay, 260. So even the Machina couldn't do that much. Because the Machina would have to do 520, and it only does 512. So
yeah, fuck it. This is the greatest weapon that's ever been added to Team Fortress 2.
This is literally like... this would just ruin the game. Like, this... Nintendo Labo demo is the most broken class ever.
Let's take the strongest combat class in the game and give him this.
Oh, it's a replacement to a primary. Okay, so now all he has is his sticky bomb launcher. That's not very good.
Oh no, how terrible. Demos never get by with their sticky bomb launch.
Or an Islander demo being pocketed by a medic running around with this.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Oh no.
Or with the katana, he's just constantly healing himself. Oh god!
What the fuck is that stat? That would be so broken.
Oh my god!
All right, we did it. Team Fortress 2 is no longer playable. All right, Weapon 11. We got the Scout Primary. That's a fucking... What is that?
What is that? AI generated? Why does it have like 2 trigger guards?
No, it's 1. It's like a flintlock. I think this is these are like workshop weapons that have been pulled.
Like, it is a flintlock, I see that, but it looks like it also has 2 trigger guards.
Anyway,
Anyways.
it does have 2 triggers. No, I see that, actually.
But
sorry, my brain didn't interpret what a trigger guard is. I don't know. One is to make it look like a cock and balls. So this
maybe one is for your index finger, and then you pull the trigger with your middle finger, I guess.
Okay, but like look at this though. How would your hand have to be positioned for one finger to be that far back? You have to be Slender
you have
Man.
really big fingers. You're finger boy.
It's the big finger Slender Man scout subclass.
Yeah.
Anyway, this stores an additional air jump for each kill. So you get 1 extra air jump for each kill.
It says max 3. So that's like 5. You can pentuple jump?
Yeah, so it's...
As long as you get 3 kills?
The soda popper, but you deal 25% less damage against overhealed enemies and enemies being healed. So...
Oh, give me a fucking break. That's...
So why would I ever use this over the soda popper?
Because it's constant. Is it not?
What do you mean?
Wait. Do you consume the jump after you, like...
store it. It doesn't say gain it. It says store it. And every other store weapon...
Oh, okay. Like, I thought that you, like... I thought that it was, like, a persistent thing. But, no, if it's just, like, one and done use, then... That seems a lot worse than actually.
I was going to say... Because it does say store, which the Diamondback
So it's like a stored
store.
Diamondback crit.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, then, yeah. That still feels like it would be annoying to fight unless you had like a visual indication like the soda popper where it's like, okay, this guy's got like another jump, so I gotta be wary about that sort of thing.
Okay, but
I think we can assume it would just because like Valve is pretty consistent about that if this was actually added to the game.
Counterpoint though, you kill 3 people and you get a quarter of a soda popper hype. And you also can't fight pockets because you have the damage penalty.
It's not that bad of a damage. Like, you can still shoot the medic.
Yeah, but 75 against a pocket's pretty bad. That breaks a lot of thresholds. I think this would be usable weak. That's my vote.
Counterpoint, this is like the only scout primary in the game that wouldn't have an ammo penalty, a clip size penalty, rather.
That is true, but I still think that the damage penalty against pockets would be hard to swallow. Because imagine, imagine you're fighting a soldier that's rolling out with overheal, that you have to deal an entire extra shot to kill him. Like, that would be rough.
Yeah. I don't know. You like the shortstop, but that's kind of a similar sort of situation, except that's against everybody.
Well, you also have the tighter spread and, like, better mid-range damage by nature of how the numbers work out. So that's, like, a different use case. This is just the scattergun, but with a damage penalty sometimes. And the air jump,
sometimes
you get 1 per kill. You get 1 atomizer jump per kill, basically.
I still think this would have, like... I still think it could be potentially annoying, but, like... I also feel like the... Here's the thing, medics aren't the most common, right? Like, sometimes you'll just get into a lobby without medics, and in that case...
Which lobbies are those, Fish? I want those.
There are instances...
Only on my team.
There are instances where I just get into a lobby without any fucking medics.
There's always a medic on the enemy team.
I feel like that's not even a guarantee for me.
Wow, I want to play in your region because holy
No,
shit.
you don't. No, you fucking don't.
Why not?
Because we have all the 10,000 hour kunai spies over here.
That's fine though, because I play Flare Pyro and they just die, and it's funny to watch them call me slurs.
But maybe that's just a difference in opinion, because I hate playing spy babysitter so fucking much.
Yeah, but I play Pyro, so I hate playing against medics, so I guess it's just a matter of perspective. You play snipers, you hate spies, but don't mind medics.
I play other classes besides sniper, and it's so fucking annoying whenever.
If I've learned anything from my comment section, it's that if you have slightly more hours on one class, that's the only class you ever play. So.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Anyway,
I think this is definitely on the gimmicky side, but it's like, it feels like a situational upside for a situational downside. I don't know if that comes out to being balanced, especially because, like, if you're not fighting an overhealed guy, it's just a stock scattergun, and that's really not that bad.
No, but I can't think of a reason why I wouldn't use the stock scattergun over this, because...
I mean, just, like, more mobility as scout, right? Like, that's...
Not that much. It's 1 jump if you get a kill, and then that jump is gone forever, and then you have to get another kill.
Yeah, but it's getting a kill with what is effectively the stock scattergun. So, as long as you're, like, not fighting someone who's overhealed.
I think we have to rethink this. So, how would this be in comparison to Scout's other primaries that aren't just
a lot of Scout's other
scattergun?
primaries are crap.
Yeah, but, like... if this is middle of the pack, then I would say it's balanced.
I would say it's better than backscatter.
Yep.
I would say it's better than babyface.
Would you though?
It's probably a hell of a lot more consistent than babyface at the very least.
No, I would agree with that. So yeah, I guess balance would be where we put this. It's on the weaker end of balanced, but... I
agree with that. Like, it's on the weaker end of balanced, but it is, like, I would say that's balanced. I
don't think it's, like, that weak. Yeah, I guess to put it into perspective, like, the Babyface's blaster is also, like, a similar concept where it's, like, you lose damage sometimes, but you get mobility. Yeah,
like, a situational upside for a situational downside. I think that, like, that comes out to balance. It's not like a great weapon design, but it comes out to balance is the thing. Like, that's where my brain's at right now.
Yeah. And I could also see, like, really good scouts using the extra jump to get kills in a chain.
That's also what I'm thinking.
Okay, no, I'll buy that.
It's kind of a rich get richer scattergun.
Yeah, it's like a Widowmaker sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so weapon number 12. It's another Thompson.
Oh boy.
So
where ammo the projectiles penetrate. So it's
capture rate on where? Well, it's just the Thompson. Again, we're assuming the Thompson is used as the base, and then the other stats are what make it different.
Yeah, like so the man melter image doesn't really matter here.
Yeah, ignore the man melter because this is on engineer. We're assuming it's the Thompson.
Yes.
So doesn't require ammo, or no, sorry, capture rate on user. So okay. And then after getting hit, they can see you through walls for 3 seconds.
Just getting hit at all by any chip damage, and they see you for 3 seconds.
But you're also engineer. Like, yeah, you can see me, but you can't see the sentry. So. But also, what are you doing with capture rate on where?
Yeah, that's the thing is like that being the upside. I'm gonna be real. I can't see any reason why you would use this.
Maybe if it was on like an actual shotgun, but not the Thompson. So
not a Thompson.
Weak it goes. Such is the fate of all of the.
I don't know, man. Like, okay,
smashers.
consider.
Okay.
I think this might end up being in dog water because it's the Thompson, except I think it has an even more situational upside than like the Uber and Cloak Drain.
There's one use for this, and if you are ninja-neering and you put up a Batcat teleporter, then you can do it faster.
That is true. That would be kind of funny.
That's literally the only use I could think of for this, but there have been times with the Eureka effect where I'm really close to Batcapping, but just can't quite do it because they catch me too fast.
All right, I'll give you that one. That does sound funny enough to not be in complete dog water.
Okay, so there is a use case. It's just really
one use case. That's all it needs. That might be more practical than the Thompson.
So yeah, what's the Thompson's use case? There's an Uber charge. I removed 1%.
There is
Uber.
a spy, and you don't want him to be as good at cloaking.
You don't want him to be dead like he would if you were using a shotgun, but you also don't want him to be cloaked either. So it's pretty
think
good.
On that one.
It's pretty good.
Put on your thinking cap.
All right. A spy primary. What the fuck is that? Wait, hold on.
The neon gun. Whoa.
It's like the super Diamondback. This will be the Diamondback in 2013. All right. Attacking while disguised deals up to an additional 15% damage depending on how long you've been near an enemy.
That sounds awful.
So it's
the enforcer,
it's
but
the enforcer,
worse.
but you have to wait to get the damage bonus. Holy fucking shit, bro. Okay, and you have a move speed penalty while it's active. Come on, it just dog water.
As a spy, that's awful.
Just dog water.
That is horrible.
Like, it's a worse enforcer. Holy.
How did you manage that? I mean, it's randomly generated, I guess. I can't blame a Redditor for this like I normally do.
we have to blame AI, and that's not a good idea because it will come back to bite us in 2040.
Yeah, the Basilisk.
This is weapon number 14. It's a bow. Okay, ignore this. Ignore the crossbow. This is a bow.
Ignore the fact that it's a flintlock pistol that has like a crossbow guard on it or something.
This is an AI-generated weapon. Okay, so this is a bow. Again, this uses the Huntsman. So on a headshot, the next reload will be 25% faster. But on kill, you're locked to melee for 3 seconds.
That is
so it doesn't
horrible.
matter. So it doesn't matter. All right, in the dog water.
That is awful. The only way that's good is if you get a headshot but don't kill someone. That's the only time the upside matters. Otherwise, you're just locked to your melee. That's awful.
And it's a 25% faster reload speed. Actually, I think we should just give this stat to the Huntsman to prevent spamming bitches, corner peeking.
That's so terrible.
Okay, but no, consider this. You fire a random arrow and then it locks you to melee, but the fact that you get the frame perfect melee deploy means that you can now fight the spy that's always behind you faster.
Ooh.
What's that? Maybe you'd want a Huntsman arrow to fight that spy? Yeah, but you have the kukri now.
Yeah. Fighting a spy with your melee weapon is always the best thing to do. That's why I see so many people try and do it, and then they just get trick stabbed and the spy farms off of them.
All right, this is a medic crossbow. Okay, so this uses Crusader's crossbow stats. So let me see what's actually listed.
Oh, but you know what isn't on that list? You know what isn't on that stat list?
No.
No headshots.
That's true. But I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say that's like just locked into the. So here's the deal. The syringe projectile, and the reason why I'll pull this precedent is because when we were coding the headshots plugin and the no downsides plugin, we had to manually code in the ability for it to headshot. It's not like you just remove the stat and now it can. It's more just it tells you useless information. So,
but that would be funny.
It would be really funny, but for a medic primary, it's like realistically it wouldn't. So
I know. Okay, so
but
it has,
know what's not there is the max ammo penalty. So this would have like 150 shots.
Oh, that's also true. Also, it has the plus 10% movement speed. Isn't that like... Oh, no, that's half of what you get from the overdose.
Yeah, it's like 66%. Is it up to 20% actually on the overdose? Or
I think overdose is 20% at max overcharge.
Yep. Okay, so this is a half overdose, but this is all the
totally
time,
passively, no overcharge required.
The biggest downside actually to this that I'm seeing is that unlike the normal Crusader's crossbow, which actually does list this, this doesn't reload while inactive. So
ooh,
you couldn't crossbow tank with this, but maybe it's actually balanced now.
Hold on, like, is this being used as like an offensive weapon, or does it actually heal when you hit someone? Because like that's got to be a stat on the crossbow, right? Because it doesn't say that.
Oh shit. Yeah, the Crusader's crossbow says, and I quote, "Fire special bolts that heal teammates and deals damage based on distance traveled." This
this just deals damage.
So, ooh.
Okay, I'm looking at the... I gotta look at the downside. I'm not focusing. I'm not reading it.
Yeah. So this is... You gain half of your max health back. Like, you heal it instantly if you kill someone, but you're marked for death for it.
That sounds really bad,
but,
actually.
to be fair,
like,
this
for 8
is,
seconds?
Like... Yeah, but this is, like, a decent retreating weapon, to be fair. If you just tag someone from across the map while you're running away, this wouldn't be bad.
Hold on, it says gain... plus 50% of max HP. So would that like bump up your maximum health pool?
Yeah, I guess what does gain mean? I feel like heal is the most logical way to interpret that, but
I think it's gain as in like you get a base health buff.
So you go up to 225 health if you kill someone? Wait, okay, that's actually crazy. No, that is how you'd interpret that, because gain is always like a buff.
Okay.
So the other way that we want to interpret
HP.
this is, yeah. And I guess you'd also heal it too. Because again, TF2 has the precedent where if you increase your max HP, you heal it as a hidden downside. So I'm assuming the max HP would also last for 8 seconds too.
But that would be kind of pointless with the whole mark for death thing. Because
No,
you're
but
taking
you get,
like way more damage anyway.
You get 50% of your max HP, but you only take 35% more damage. You do have fall off, but it is technically a net gain, and you do heal health if you're missing it.
I suppose so.
So it doesn't do nothing, but it's also like not that impactful in the moment.
It's definitely not worth using over the Crusaders.
So it wouldn't be
the upside
really...
and the downside really don't seem to be working together all that well. They don't seem to synergize particularly well. I mean, I guess, again, unless it's in the case where you are just retreating, but even then, it's like, with the inverse fall-off, how often are you really killing someone?
I think this would be balanced. Just because this would be a permanent 10% move speed boost,
but
and
while
you get...
only while it's deployed.
Well, like, it's the same as the overdose, right? But it's like, it's unconditional. And then... You also have the, in my opinion, far superior crossbow to like pelt snipers with and stuff, assuming it still does up to 75 damage. And if you kill someone, you do restore half your health, so it would be better than the Blitzauger technically, even though you are marked for death for a bit. In terms of just like, I need to survive right now, that does put you in a better position long term. So I think this would be balanced. This would be like a pretty comparable weapon to like the Blitzauger. It'll be weaker, but
I don't know. The lack of like passive reload too is kind of I don't quite know how I feel about this. Like, I feel like it's kind of gimmicky.
It is, but I feel like it does enough like normal utility to the point I think it's on the weaker end of balance, because it does have the move speed bonus, which is important as medic.
Move speed is good. I guess I could put it in weaker end of balanced. I don't know. Like, Maybe it's just me, like, not really vibing with this one.
Like, it would be a weird weapon if it was in Team Fortress 2 for sure.
Yes.
And just because the crossbow exists, I don't know if I would ever use it. But I also consider
the opportunity cost is too high.
Yeah, but I consider the Blitzauger to be balanced for what it's worth.
Okay.
I'm going to put it this way. If we randomly generated both the Blitzauger and Crusader's crossbow, I'd put the crossbow in game breaking. And the Blitzauger in balance.
Understandable.
Ow. But yeah, if you're good with it, I think this is on the weaker end of balance because it has enough conveniences that it's not unusable by any means.
All right, what do we got next?
We got this thing. Engineer shotgun that crits against user only deal regular damage, so you're immune to crit damage.
You're immune to crits.
That's insane. Well, not technically because. Well, I guess you would.
You're
if it's
immune to critical
regular
damage. So headshots only do like 50 damage to you.
Well, it does regular damage, which means it does have fall off. Like, I guess it would be treated as non-critical damage is how I would interpret that.
Well, I mean, a sniper shot would still deal 50 because it doesn't have fall off, but yeah.
Yeah. And then it has a named downside, loose pockets. 20 metal lost every 15 seconds on wearer. Okay. So
build a dispenser, and this downside no longer exists. Congratulations, you are now an engineer with a dispenser, and you are immune to headshots.
I really, really don't like sniper weapon.
And like, again, this is just a regular shotgun. There's no other stats here.
Yeah, so if you kill someone, then you get a metal pack.
I think that this wouldn't be like the most game breaking, and honestly, not even like for a defensive engineer, I wouldn't even say like, oh, this is great compared to like the Rescue Ranger. Like, I still feel like a lot of defensive engineers would still use Rescue Ranger over this, but it's still really fucking good.
Yeah, this is just a fuck sniper weapon. Yeah, how does it feel, snipers, to have a I don't like your class weapon?
You wouldn't know anything about that. You know who else wouldn't know anything about that? Spies.
I love the Dangerous Shield and Razorback. I love when a sniper decides they don't want to have to look behind them, so they just press a button on the loadout screen. That's awesome.
So stupid. I'm right there with you, man. The sniper backpacks are dumb. Except for the Cozy Camper. That one's alright.
Yeah, I don't like not flinching, but the health regen's cool.
I use it for the health regen, not even the flinching.
Holy fucking shit. Okay,
Okay, so that's really good.
Okay, alright, so it's better than the soda popper. Wait, hold on, what's the firing speed of that? The soda popper, for context, has a 20... No, it has a 50% faster firing speed. So it's just a 6-shot
Now imagine
soda popper.
that with 6 shots.
So this is just the no downside server soda popper. Alright, that's awesome. Again... Go watch the no downside
the DPS
video,
on that would be absurd.
and you actually just can see what this looks like. Although it doesn't have reloading all at the same time, but still, imagine just walking up to a heavy and going, he's gone. He ceases to exist.
Reduced to atoms. Reduced to a fine mulch.
He has now been reduced to pieces of heavy.
Oh no! Heavies go!
When you do it on Discord, it clips your mic so bad. the noise suppression doesn't recognize you're doing human words. All right. This one. Medic primary. What? On a hit, instant switch and deploy speed for all weapons, but it chops ammo. It's another chops ammo one. No, we don't even get to interpret what this means.
Damn it. So, like, it would be like, what, instant switch speed?
Yeah, like you hit someone and for 5 seconds, all of your weapons switch instantly, but I still don't think that's very good.
No, that wouldn't be really good on a needle gun. Like, that would be great on a crossbow. Especially with the fucking Vaxator, because Jesus Christ.
That would be so annoying. Oh my god.
That would be awful.
Again,
but yeah,
I don't
on
even
a needle gun,
know...
that's worthless.
I don't know how to even begin to interpret chops ammo to the point where, like...
Chops ammo?
Like, even if we invented a precedent, I wouldn't feel good about that.
No. Because we're just making stuff up. I want to find whoever put Chop's ammo in there and be like, what did you mean by this?
I actually think someone in my Discord server made this, so I'll have to ask him afterward. Like, what does this mean, bro?
What does it mean?
Also,
Are they
shout out.
syringes chopped in half?
Yeah, like what? Chop's ammo? Like, why that phrasing? Like, that's such a weird way to say that. That has to be like an ESL sort of thing.
That's possible. That's what I was thinking.
But everything else has been phrased normally. Like, that's the only instance of it so far.
It's the only really weird one.
Also, shout out to Sidral Monday, this apple-flavored soda that I actually spent 20 minutes trying to open because I don't own a bottle opener, because why would you put non-twist-off caps on soda? It's non-alcoholic.
Is it like a glass bottle?
Yeah, it's glass, but they just
yeah.
Like every other glass bottle. Like, I'm a craft soda connoisseur. I have a lot of like really niche brands that I try. This is the literal first one that I've ever had that's not been twist off. So I had to open this with a hammer and piece of plastic because they're cruel. But it's really good though, to be fair. It's just like sparkling cider.
I feel like I've gotten like glass bottled soda before, so like, all right, I gotta crack out the bottle opener.
But I would recommend
I'm a cream soda enjoyer.
I'm a cream soda enjoyer too. I love cream soda.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite kind? What's your favorite brand?
I feel like I usually get like the glass bottles, I guess, like IBC, I think.
Interesting. Okay.
But that's like the only ones they sell around me.
I was gonna
except
say,
for like A&W.
I don't know what you even have around you. The cream soda market where I'm at's pretty good.
There's like A&W and IBC, and that's like it.
IBC and CBS and ABC and
yeah,
it's just it got the government agency for cream soda there.
And it gives me IBS.
Oh
no!
I will say this: if you ever get a chance to try Spreckers or Boylan, those are my two favorites. Or Hanks.
Spreckers.
Hanks is really good.
Spreckers. Fuck, is that? I might have had that one in Michigan.
Yeah, it might be a Midwestern thing. But yeah, Hanks, Boylan, and Spreckers are like my top three in no particular order. They're all really good. Anyway, back to the weapon ranking. There's our podcast episode.
We'll have a soda ranking next time.
What do we just put? Okay, we're on 19. This is
we'll
a
put
Scout
Bonk
Primer.
Atomic Punch to the thumbnail.
This is Alt-Fire. Switch between ammo and health collection modes at the cost of every pack being one size smaller.
Is this a riddle?
Riddle me this, of Batman. Alt-Fire.
Must I answer these riddles 3 to cross your bridge troll?
If you don't answer this riddle, Alt-Fire, switch between ammo and health collection modes at the cost of every pack being one size smaller, then Gotham will explode.
Every pack being one size smaller, I get. That's like saying a max health kit is a medium one is a small one. I don't know what that means for small ones.
I kind of get what this is saying. So, I think this means that, like, both health and ammo packs do the same thing. Like, they either heal you or give you ammo, depending on what mode you're on. And if it's not
I get
that,
so like if you kill
someone
someone and they drop an ammo pack, then you can like switch to the health pack mode.
But it's one size smaller.
That just makes
so
this a candy cane.
Pack, so it's just the candy cane.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But to be fair, it doesn't have the
it's
penalty.
the candy cane unless you actually want ammo, and then it's a total fucking downgrade.
Yeah, that's true. And buffs last 35% longer.
That would count overheal.
That would count overheal, so that is like not bad actually. 35%.
And also the critical.
Oh god, imagine using this with a bonk.
Yeah, and the bonk.
You just run in with like an 11-second bonk. That would be really funny actually.
How else can Scout buff himself?
Oh
wait, I was gonna say Soda Popper, but this is a primary.
TF2 list of buffs. Again, half of the fun of these is just reading the wiki. Okay.
I feel like seeing your HP is really not that big of a downside.
Fish, I'm gonna send you that. Look in VC. This is the wiki page for buff. That's really cool. That's very comprehensive. Thank you.
Let me see. Oh my god. Buff may refer to buff banner, an unlockable secondary weapon for the soldier.
We have to put this in I don't know because I don't know what a buff is.
Okay, so like Overheal, Criticola, Bonk Atomic Punch. I'm counting all of those, right?
Yeah.
I think that extending all of those is really good. Hold on.
I don't think
I
Uber
have to wonder,
crits
would that count for an Uber?
I don't think it would, because that's tied
That's
to
more
the
on the medic
medic's
side, right?
weapon. Yeah, and the
Yeah,
medic's
that's what I was
weapon
thinking
decides when
there.
that wears off. So
Wait. What about a vaccinator bubble?
oh shit. But it's
That's not
35%
tied.
longer.
That's not tied to the medic, though, is it? Because like the medic can die and the bubble can still go on.
So how long does a bubble last? Like 2 seconds? So that's
Something like that.
30% longer than 2. So that's like
That's still an
2.66.
indirect buff to the vaccinator, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like it's 2.5 seconds instead of 2, basically. Like it's not that much of a buff. Even if. Although to be
like
fair, the
2
medic is
seconds isn't
regenerating
strong enough.
Uber in that half second, so he would have a lot more uptime percentage-wise. That would be kind of nutty.
I think this would be like up and pretty damn good.
No. It's pretty darn good. But you don't say darn.
I'm sorry,
you
Blue's mom.
have to censor it. Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to say darn.
It's pretty beep good.
That's still a really niche synergy, though. Buffs, like the vaccinator bubble lasting a half second longer.
I don't know if it's completely game breaking. Like the thing that's getting me is I don't think this downside really matters all that
there
much. for this
isn't
being-
really a downside, although every health pack you collect is being smaller is a downside. To be fair, so even still, though,
I'm going in between like game breaking and really beep good.
really beeping good. I think it's in
Yeah.
that tier personally. That would be my vote. Because
That would be the one I'm leaning towards.
I think not being able to get like health and ammo at normal rates is a big enough downside to make this not like broken.
That's kind of where I'm leaning. Yeah.
Okay, we'll say really darn good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on like the upper end of really darn good though.
Yeah, because holy shit. Yeah, having extra Criticola and health on kill is like...
Imagine if you like imagine if you had the Criticola with a vaccinator pocket using this thing. I'd kill myself.
That's the most like evil strategy.
That's evil.
Ever.
That's so evil.
What kind of insane play styles could you get from that? Like that would just wouldn't be cool, man.
That'd be so awful.
I would not think happy thoughts with that. All right, so big number 20. Okay. So this one doesn't look very good.
No, this looks like
Actually,
crap.
wait. Payload. Okay, so you have a capture rate while active, but sustained fire ignites users. So if you're just sitting on the payload,
Hold on.
it just doesn't matter. So that's the use case.
Sustained fire ignites user though. Couldn't you use that for Uber building?
Yeah. So you just sit on the
Okay,
payload.
so that's good then.
So you just you're a pocket, like that's it. Although, but you
Yeah,
are
so
like constantly flinching if you're on fire, so it's not free.
That's still really good that you get to build Uber by just shooting your gun, and also count the payload twice as fast.
That's true. If you had a medic at all, like this is just...
I would say that this is really good.
Pretty good. This tier's filling up quick here. I think we found where this generator lies in terms of its like average power. Because again,
We'll see
all
if
of
that
the
goes
ones
to
that
the
we
next
have
one.
ranked up until like number 90, I put on average power settings. So this should be average.
Okay.
21. Woohoo. It's the Scout Primary where you get 55% extra jump height while active.
Move over the winger.
Move over the winger. We have the Mars launch. This would be insane. You would just constantly be airborne. Like this this would be inconvenient. I think this would almost be bad because this would be so inconvenient. You go too high. You take fall damage every jump.
Take fall damage all the time.
Oh, it's only while active though, to be fair. So if you didn't want to, you could
Oh, that's true.
Actually, no, because of that, I think this is really good.
Yeah, that's actually insane. Like you could just change around your jump height by just switching your weapons and confuse the shit out of everyone. And once again, this is a Scout Primary that just like is basically the scatter gun.
Yeah, ignore the picture of the soda popper.
Stats.
Ignore the soda popper. If it was the soda popper, it would tell us that it does soda popper activities, but it doesn't, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
I
actually
think this
really
is-
fucking good.
Would this even be game-breaking? I guess jump height's not like... Because I'm looking at the faster firing speed one, and that's way more important than jump height.
Yes.
So this is just really good. And I can also imagine why you wouldn't want the jump height like while it's out. Because if you're trying to jump around someone's head, then maybe it's annoying.
Yeah, like that's what I always try to do for shit like heavies and stuff. And if I was like going that far up, then it's like at that point I'm just giving him a lot of free space to hit me.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be like very.
Because I can't really do damage to him when I'm that far up in the air.
All right, another medic primary. Why are there so many medic primaries? You receive 50% healing from all sources while active, which includes regeneration. Oh, no, that's not a source, actually, I don't think.
I don't think so, no.
No, that's not a source. Okay, so health packs and beams, basically.
Like dispensers and other medics.
You have a 10% damage vulnerability when out of combat for 20 seconds or more.
I don't think you can even really calculate that. Like, the only thing I can think of is like if you don't deal or take damage for 20 seconds.
Yeah, what does being in combat mean here? Are we using like...
That is very strange.
Actually, no, because out of combat does have a precedent in crit heals, so I'm assuming this is you've not taken damage.
Ah, I suppose that's true.
That's the only thing I could think of in TF2 that would even remotely relate to that, so that's what I'll use. Even still,
I guess
though,
this is
50% bonus healing from health packs is good, but it's also not the Crusader's crossbow, so...
It's... I guess that's nice if you want to keep yourself alive as medic more often, but it's like... I feel like whenever I play medic, the shit that kills me just kind of kills me instantly anyway.
Yeah.
It's like snipers and spies and crits.
This is honestly kind of a Blitzauger side grade, now to think about it. Because it's like, you don't have to be active, but you also don't get the active healing, so...
Like, I also feel like we're kind of taking this downside a lot more seriously than we ought to. When it's like
downside
a
doesn't matter.
10% damage vulnerability. This is nothing. That is the same damage vulnerability against bullets that the fucking pain train gives you.
Hold
that
on.
downside does not matter.
I'm just gonna...
There we go.
All right, that's what we're looking at. And yeah, I still think it's...
I still feel like that's kind of a situational upside. I'm gonna be honest.
Like, I still think it's comparable to the Blitzauger though, because again, like 50%
Sure.
extra health from anything is pretty good. Like if you're sitting next to a dispenser, like you can get back in the fight really quick.
That's like a healing rate, right? Not
Yeah.
like you get 50% more overheal.
Yeah, max overheal is like explicit in its own
Okay.
thing. So I still think 50% health from packs is like basically the same function as the Blitzauger, where it's like it's the syringe gun that helps you stay alive for longer. But it's not the crossbow, so what's the point?
I guess that would be balanced then?
Yeah, I guess. Where would you put the Blitzauger?
Probably like usable but weak.
Really? Okay, I'd put it balanced, so
Oh.
again, I think
I think all the
really
syringe guns are
OP.
weak across the board. But like the Blitzauger I would say is the best of the syringe guns.
I think the medic Overton window has been shifted because I think the syringe guns in and of themselves are balanced. It's just the crossbow is so fucking broken that...
I don't disagree with that. The crossbow is ridiculous.
So
In that case, I probably would put this in balance then. Like if we're judging on that curve, then I would say it's balanced.
yeah, again, it's gonna be arbitrary no matter what. So we'll just say it's this. It's like
All of this is arbitrary because it's just made the fuck up. It's make believe.
It's all randomly generated. In the future, entertainment will be randomly generated.
Randomly generated?
Randomly generated. Oh, this one has a named stat, like an RPG. Okay, this is a minigun that has the tank, where you get the tank. 8% damage resistance while revved up for each ally nearby, and they used improper grammar because there's not supposed to be a comma there, but it goes up to 30% damage resistance while revved.
30% damage resistance on heavy. That is basically a fucking battalion's backup charge.
And look at the downside. It's like down to minus 10%. So if you're at 1 health, you have a 10% move speed penalty.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of the equalizer, where it's just like, oh no, I'm injured, so now it's worse. But it's your move speed. That's 10% as heavy. That's nothing.
So
10% less move speed as heavy is nothing, basically. And
I'm
again, like
trying
that's
to
the only downside.
of whether this would be. So hold on a second. Does 30% damage resistance let you tank a Machina headshot at full charge, max overheal?
Yes, I believe so it would.
Okay.
Because the Machina only gives you a plus 15% damage bonus on headshot, if I'm not mistaken.
How much damage does a fully charged Machina shot do to a Rev Brass Beast Heavy? Do you know that?
I think it's enough to kill.
Yeah, it kills, but like, how much is it?
I don't remember because I never used the Machina.
Oh.
I know that the Machina, like, headshot thing doesn't really cross... It crosses, like, one threshold in the entire game. That's if you body shot a demo using the fucking pain train.
So
it doesn't matter. The Machina damage bonus does not matter unless you're just, like, hitting body shots on demos and pyros and leaving them at 2 health. It's such a garbage stat. I hate it so much.
So you can't see my calculator, but apparently this would have 585 effective health if you're standing near 4 teammates. And
the Machina does 512 damage, so yeah, you'd be good.
Yeah, that's not quite it. So is this completely broken? Because you do have to be in the middle of your entire team.
Well, here's the thing, right? The downside doesn't matter, and as long as you are near one person, that is just a straight upgrade to the minigun by like a factor of 8% damage resistance.
That
which,
is
like,
true.
Here's the thing: you stand next to a person. Like, for instance, you're a pocket medic, you can survive a fully charged headshot.
Ooh, that's pretty true. Okay, so... Yeah, and unlike the Brass Beast and the Natasha, there isn't, like, a penalty to revving, so the damage...
Exactly.
The damage resistance is a lot more free, so yeah.
And you don't have to be under half health or anything like that. It's just, like, at all times, as long as you're near a person, which you're probably going to be as a heavy anyway.
Yeah, and God forbid you're, like, capping the payload around your entire team, getting overhealed.
Oh my god, dude. Imagine a bunch of heavies all using this right next to each other.
Oh,
they'd all stack off of each other.
Oh,
they'd all stack off of each other. Heavy stacks just got even worse.
Holy fuck. The Iron Curtain. Oh, no, that's a weapon, sorry.
Okay, it's broken. It's broken. It made heavy stacks worse.
Yeah. That's absurd. That's actually...
I'm imagining it in my head right now. It's so awful.
Like, it's bad enough without the damage resistance. This would make it
really
so
is.
annoying. Holy shit. Yeah.
But now let's just do more.
What if Heavy couldn't die, like, ever? Okay.
What if a bunch of heavies all next to each other couldn't die?
What if instead of heavy stacking getting linearly better, it got exponentially better? It's just engineer stacking at that point. Anyway,
oh my god.
24. This is another sniper bow. It's not a crossbow, so ignore the AI-generated flintlock crossbow. Explodes on hit, allowing blast jumping.
Wow, that is absurd.
Your Girardi is 20% less effective, basically. And the Tribalman should, but, like, your Girardi is 20% less effective.
Who cares?
Like...
That's insane.
It's pretty good.
If you don't use the Girardi, that is a straight upgrade.
Here's the deal. It explodes on hit. It doesn't just allow blast jumping. It has a blast radius.
Yes. I don't know if that means explosive headshots. It doesn't specify that, so I'm going to assume it doesn't. But if you hit someone with it, you'll hit people next to them, and that is ridiculous. And also, giving sniper mobility in any capacity, don't do that.
Well, it is with the Huntsman,
that's awful.
But still.
But Blue, imagine someone just, like, corner peeking with the Huntsman, but they're above you.
Okay, fucking imagine, though. Imagine the green arrow strategy, where someone aims an explosive arrow at the ground to blast jump, pulls out their Girardi, and then market guard and bushwhack someone.
Oh my god.
Or, imagine if it's like a revved heavy, you blast jump, you fire another, like, low charge arrow which headshots him, and then you hit the Girardi bushwhack market garden. Imagine people doing that.
That would be fucking sick.
It would.
This seems like it would be kind of fun to use in that case.
It would be pretty broken though. It would be pretty good.
It would be very broken.
So I guess whether I would say it's really good but not OP or game breaking depends on how much explosive damage it is.
Well, I mean, like, with the spy one that we did, it's just, like, we don't see a stat here that says how much damage the sniper takes like we do with something like the detonator.
So the detonator doesn't tell you how much damage it takes. It tells you how much extra damage you take compared to what it should be.
I see.
But with the spy, it doesn't say that it explodes. It just implies that blast jumping is the only feature of it. Whereas this, it explodes, which then in turn allows you to blast jump rather than that being the upside.
Okay, so like when you have an explosive jumping weapon, no matter what class you are, does it have like a reduced damage sort of thing? Or is it just like... Because I feel like it is, right? Like when you rocket jump a soldier, you're not taking like 90 damage. But like, would that be the case if you were a sniper?
The annoying thing is that that's a semantic argument. So soldier and demo, technically, based on how the game's coded, and I know this because of randomizer, have an inherent 40% resistance to their own explosives. Like that is the class passive that they have. But
so it's not like universal. But if I feel like if this were being added, then that would apply, right?
I was gonna say every explosive weapon technically has that, except for the loose cannon, I think.
Probably because the loose cannon, like, initial cannonball hit already only does like 50 damage, so it's not that big of a deal.
No, it's not that actually. It's blast jumping and self damage are treated differently because it calculates whether it's at your feet. It's like how the gunboats works. Like,
right, like how if you shoot someone like right in front of you, then you still take like a shitload of damage.
So there's your niche game knowledge for today. Soldier and demo have gunboats, like a half gunboat, baked into their class.
Unless you shoot someone right in front of you, then it doesn't matter.
But that's not blast jumping. That's being a fool. You nincompoop and a Nimrod. So, we'll assume that this has it, because again, TF2 has the precedent where it does. So, and it says allowing blast jumping, which means that, again, I assume that would be accounted for.
Okay, so...
The damage...
you're saying like a 40%, right? Let's assume
40%
that it's
resistance.
like... So, like 50 base damage, 40% resistance.
Sniper wouldn't take that much. That's 30 damage that you take.
Yeah, that's really not that bad.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Or if you wanted a full charge it to get more distance, it charges up to a, 120, I think?
For the Huntsman, yes.
Yeah, so then 30%
of that.
40% less is like 80 something, or like 75, 70?
Something like that, yeah.
Still like half your health, basically. So it's not great, but you'd go really far.
And again, I think that like giving Sniper any kind of mobility tool is utterly insane.
And here's the deal. Explosion damage, I was looking this up, on every explosive weapon is calculated as down to 48% of what the base damage of the hit is. So I'm going to assume
it probably wouldn't be a direct hit either,
would it? No, because it would have like normal explosion radius, I guess. So it's basically a rocket that does 120 damage on hit for mini range.
With
the
no
splash
fall
radius
off.
of what that would entail, yeah. So
and it crits on headshot.
I don't know if that would be how that works. I actually couldn't tell you if the entire shot critting.
Well, I don't know if the explosion would crit on headshot, but the initial hit would crit on headshot.
It's
and then
broken.
It's just like you
Either
get
way,
an explosion.
Insane. This does everything for you. This is like probably one of the best sniper weapons that would exist in this kit at that point.
And again, it's just like basically a straight upgrade to the Huntsman, especially if you're not using the Girardi.
And even if you are, it's like, okay, well, you get 2 seconds less. Okay, well, great. You still get 6 seconds of Girardi. That's
it was like, what, a 20% debuff? That's like nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Weapon number... Which one was that? 25. 25. Ignore the rocket jumper. That's not what it is. Battle Fever. Heal up to 1 HP. Up to 1 HP per second while in combat.
Up to 1 HP?
Sometimes you don't even get that, I guess. And then down to minus 20% damage dealt the lower your healer's health is. Medic, stop taking fucking damage, dude! You're lowering my damage output.
That is awful.
Well, that sucks.
If your medic is at low health, you just become the Liberty Launcher. But on the bright side, you have, like, the lowest possible amount that the Conqueror can heal you.
The medic can grief you by turning your weapon into the Liberty Launcher.
How about you just equip the Conqueror, bro? This sucks.
All right. Into dog water it goes.
This sucks so bad.
And like, okay, so to be fair, it's still a rocket launcher that does 80% of its normal damage, but it's worse than all the other launchers in his kit. There's no reason to use this ever.
It's just a weapon where your teammate can grief you without even trying. Imagine if they were trying.
And also, it's still worse. Well, okay, actually. If you don't have a pocket medic, this is a straight upgrade.
Yes. But it punishes you for having a medic on your team.
Yeah, but again, like, you're not using the black box if you have a medic. This would still be pretty situationally good. Even if it's 1 health regen per second, the matchup against Demo does get completely fudged.
Or you could just use the Conqueror and use literally any other rocket launcher.
You could also use the battalion's backup and then get the better banner while also having the better passive. Again, I think this would be its straight upgrade if you don't have a medic. And you said earlier, sometimes you just don't.
All right, in that case, there's at least a use case for it. It's gimmicky.
Is it even gimmicky though? Because
yes,
in the situations, okay, I guess if you don't have a medic, like, you're kind of already fucked. So,
like, you have to understand that this is only useful in a situation where you don't have a medic
and
you're not using
the black
the Conqueror.
Box doesn't matter, and you're not using the Conqueror.
Like, the black box doesn't matter. You're using something that isn't the Conqueror's, like, just so that you can get the Conqueror boost with a different secondary. It's like,
although this has the same effective DPS per clip as the black box if you do have a medic, and even then, that's assuming the medic's not like low health. Honestly, this might.
Well, I'm arguing for gimmicky, not complete dog water.
Whoops, I put it in the wrong one. I'm arguing this would be like balanced technically.
I don't know, man. Again, like, I feel like if it's a situation where your teammates can grief you, then I really can't justify putting it that much higher.
How often, though, is a low health medic going to be able to heal you?
That, like, if it can happen, I'd really rather avoid it. That's just the whole thing. But the medic
can't force it to happen. He can't damage himself.
What if he's using the quick fix?
And the literal worst case scenario is the medic has 1 health and you have a 20% damage penalty. Because if the medic's at half health, it's only 10% damage penalty. And in the times you're not being healed, it's free health regeneration for no downside.
Oh, but okay, consider this, though. If you have a medic, the upside doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, but like, that's kind of the case with the black box too, right? The black box is balanced.
But the black box doesn't punish you for having a medic.
No, but the black box has a downside that's ever present, whereas this, which has a pretty equivalent downside in the worst case scenario to the black box, only happens in very specific scenarios, where in other times it's completely free.
I don't know. I feel like I'd way rather use the black box than this. Is like, hey, like 20 health every time you hit a person versus 1 HP every second.
But if you're running this on a team that you don't have a medic on, this is just a rocket launcher with health regeneration. That's it. And
I feel like that's gimmicky.
Teams.
I feel like that's gimmicky.
So, okay, like, here's the deal. Imagine this exists in TF2. You load into a lobby, you want to play soldier, and you see that you don't have a medic on your team. Why would you ever pick the stock rocket launcher, the literal best weapon in the game, over this, which is the same thing, but you have a health regen?
Okay, would I pick this over Black Box Conch for, like, that same situation where I don't have a medic? But I want to, like, heal myself as soldier.
You're missing the point, though, because the black box has the penalty of missing a rocket. Whereas this just wouldn't have any penalty. It would just be a better stock rocket launcher. And even if you wanted to run it with the conch, it's still extra health regeneration. It's still a better stock rocket launcher.
Like, again, that is one situation where it's like, yeah, you know what? This is a good weapon. This has an upside that I would like, you know, to take advantage of, even if it's a fairly minor one of 1 HP per second. Again, I feel like that is situational enough that I would classify it as gimmicky. And also the up to 1 HP per second, okay, I don't really get that at all.
It's 1. Okay, it's like the health ramps up, but the randomly generated number was 1, so it just doesn't ramp up beyond 1.
All right.
I still think this would be balanced because...
All right, put it in balance then.
Well, no, because like
people are gonna say you're bullying me into putting it in balance.
Yeah, I can't believe I forced you. I'm railroading my opinion.
You're twisting my hand here.
Here's the deal. Like, the Cow Mangler, I consider to be balanced too, because if there's not an engineer, then it's a direct upgrade. But if there is, then it's slightly worse in those scenarios. And this is the same.
But again, I feel like it's such a minor upside that it's like.
But imagine if you're fighting a demo. Demo lands a pill, you dodge the second pill, regenerate 1 health, and now you can tank an entire another pill.
Imagine if I'm using like the multiple other currently existing soldier weapons that do that don't allow my medic to grief me in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, but what if you don't have a medic? Like, there are plenty of matches where you don't have a medic.
I understand that, but it's like, imagine I'm playing soldier, it's just like all of a sudden, hey, now we have a medic, nice. Imagine if the medic sucks ass. Like,
then yeah, you swap off. You swap off of this if you have a medic, but you also swap off of the black box if you have a medic.
Again, the black box doesn't actively punish me for having a medic. That's the
but
I cannot in good conscience argue for a weapon that has any potential for teammate griefing. That is my thing. That is like that is the major hang up I'm having.
You are technically correct by saying the black box doesn't punish you if you have a medic, but the penalty that the black box always has. No. The penalty that the black box literally always has is equivalent to the literal worst case scenario that'll only happen sometimes.
I understand that, right? But it's like, if I'm using the black box and someone on my team just like goes medic, it's just like, okay, cool. Now we have a medic.
Okay, that'll switch off.
That's good.
Like, that'll switch off the weapon, like, because it's situational, but it's not gimmicky.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to encourage teammate griefing being a possibility.
Okay,
if I can help it.
You say encouraging it as if we're, like, vouching for this to be in the game if we put it in balance. I'm just saying, like, if it did exist, then it would be among, like, middle of the pack in terms of power level.
All right. Put it in balanced.
Okay. Like, I don't
feel good about it.
It's a really stupid concept for a weapon.
It is.
But I don't think whether a medic can grief you in very rare situations affects the actual power level of it.
I guess not. It's just like, maybe it's part of my hatred of like inconsistent damage numbers that is just like spurred on by my trauma of random damage spread existing.
I mean, I think we're going to go in circles on this one, but
yeah,
I still think that yeah, I understand not liking inconsistency, but strictly speaking, a rocket launcher that always has a 20% damage penalty is more consistent than one that has sometimes up to a 20% damage penalty.
I get that. It's just like, maybe this is just a situation where it's like my brain is like, I don't jive with this weapon concept, and so I'm just like, man,
I don't either. I would hate using this. But if there's not a medic, it's like, it's technically just free.
Like, so. I'm looking at this in terms of like how much I would like it instead of how balanced it is, I think. So I guess it would be balanced.
Yeah, it's like, it's not bad. I could not make an argument for using the stock rocket launcher over this ever if there's not a medic. So.
Okay.
All right, let's see. We are on 26.
We're getting there.
This is a minigun where you can see the HP of enemies, but you have the damage vulnerability when out of combat for 20 seconds or more.
So the same as that one medic primary.
As Heavy, who's always likes to be out of combat. So this is basically just a minigun where you can see the HP of enemies, which
Yeah, this seems like just a straight upgrade, more or less.
one of the few things you could even remotely classify as a skill that Heavy has is target priority, and this would just kind of let you skip that. So
Yeah. I don't know if it will be OP because it's not like, oh, you can see the health of enemies, and also it shoots out 3 beams at once that hit all enemies at the same time.
yeah, but still,
It's the solemn vow.
It's just really
of
good.
Heavy.
But it is just a better minigun, pretty much.
Like
And,
the solemn vow is a better bone saw.
Literally, when is being out of combat gonna matter? So if you take damage one time and you're in combat again, so the damage vulnerability works on the first hit only.
Oh god, that's a meaningless downside.
Whoa. Okay, Pyro
Oh,
primary
boy.
can air blast jump, but 15% less healing received while recently in combat. So Fish, you did this on your rebalance server. How'd it go?
Air blast jumps are kind of a bit of a contentious one, like especially when mixed with other pyro mobility options, but they can work as far as I'm aware with where our current balance state is. It's just like when you mix it up with a bunch of stuff, especially with how we've changed the thermal thruster around a lot, then it's like that's when things get kind of crazy, and sometimes the pyro could just be totally fucking untouchable. But on its own,
yeah,
an air blast jump is not that
only
bad.
flamethrower in the game that can do this in vanilla Team Fortress 2.
I think that would make it pretty fucking.
Oh, hello? Fish died. And we're back. Fish's internet crashed, and I don't remember where we were. So,
It's okay.
My thoughts on this one are that, I mean, you definitely didn't just say this before we started recording. But, yeah, it's basically the same thing as stock, but... Because, like, a 15% healing penalty is not nothing, but compared to free mobility while you also have a normal air blast and afterburn and damage, it's like, that's insane. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, it just does everything the flamethrower can already do, on top of being able to, like, give pyro mobility, and because you don't need to use, like, one of the mobility secondaries, like the detonator or the jetpack, it's like, holy shit, dude. That means you can also have, like, ridiculously good mobility and burst damage at the same time, like, with the flare gun.
Yeah, so, like, okay, what's weird is that if this was in the game, this would easily be the best Pyro flamethrower, like, uncontested. This would be leagues better than everything else. But Pyro is weak enough that I still don't know if this would be broken.
I might have to agree with you, which is probably why, like, in our rebalance server, we just added air blast jump in the first place.
Yeah, because...
So I might have to agree. Like, if you just, like, had this as a flamethrower option, there'd be so little reason to use the other flamethrowers unless you just want to, like, melt stuff with crits. Which you could still do with this if you had a crits pocket, but that's besides the point. Like, anything can melt anything with a crits pocket.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is that, again, like, a healing penalty isn't nothing. 15% less health.
But it's also a really situational healing penalty, is the thing. It's not like, oh, while the weapon is out, like the equalizer or something. It's just like, while recently in combat.
Which means if you've taken damage recently, is I think how we have parsed that. So, basically...
It's like crit heals.
Yeah, if you get crit heals... then your healing is normal, but if you're being pocketed, like Pyro
which, like, hey, you have crit heals anyway, so doesn't matter.
If you're being pocketed? No, because, like, if you're
No, it's like if you're getting crit heals.
Oh, well, yeah. But I do think, like, again, the best way to play Pyro, in my opinion, is with a pocket medic, so that's not, like, negatable, but it's still pretty low.
I suppose, like, there is almost a kind of synergy here, almost in, like, a back scratcher kind of way, like, hey, you receive less healing from medics, but you have, like, more mobility to get to the health packs and stuff. Well, like, that's basically the way you use the back scratcher almost.
This is all healing, so from packs too, so... Yeah, I mean, I guess the back scratcher would cancel it out. But yeah, it's like kind of more of a roamer flamethrower. But I guess in terms of, like, where this would go...
I'd say pretty...
I don't think it's quite game-breaking. I think it would be high and pretty darn good, but
like, I guess I'm trying to think about this in the context of this is the only thing that can air blast jump, and not like, oh, Pyro just has air blast jump as an ability now. Because it's like, that's where I'm having difficulty parsing this, I suppose. But it's like, I guess compared to the backpack of Go Fuck Yourself that Demoman had, it's like, no, this is just really good.
I was going to say, like, based on what we've been putting in each tier, like, this feels more like a high end of really darn good versus a low end of completely game-breaking, because I think it would be definitively worse than anything else in that tier, so...
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Another syringe gun! Wow,
Wow,
Battle Fever.
crazy.
Heal up to 4 HP per second while in combat, and then on kill gain 50% of max HP, but get marked for death.
Wait, isn't this the one where I ended up? Hold up.
This is very similar to another one that we've seen, but it's not the same.
It's not the same?
No, it's just another... Again, there's been a really similar one to this, but that one was like a crossbow. This one's a syringe gun, so it's very different.
Oh, it was a crossbow. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is like a
while in
proper
combat,
syringe gun.
So after you've taken damage, I'm guessing this is like at the same rate as stuff like the Conqueror. So it's like a reverse Conqueror in that case, where it's like that resets after you take damage. But with this one, it's like, oh, it's really good after you take damage, which is
it's basically just the amputator is a primary kind of, but this is passive,
sort of.
I think. It doesn't really say on wearer, but it also doesn't say while active, and I think on wearer is kind of the default. So
that. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. You're right. It's not while active.
So medic would be ramping up from like 1 HP right after he gets chipped to like 9 per second if he had this, which would be pretty good, honestly.
And you could stack it with the amputator if you're really desperate.
Wait, that's true. How much does the amputator go up to? Like 6?
I think something like that, yeah.
So you'd be getting like 15 health back per second, which would be nuts.
Oh my god.
And then, yeah, on kill gain 50% of max HP, but, like, again, that's not, I don't think, why you'd be using this.
Like, you could completely ignore the downside by just not getting kills with it, and now you have a passive health regen for doing nothing except taking damage. That's stupid. It's
pretty good, though. So, again, like, if we mentally replace on kill, get whatever with it's not the crossbow, like, this does end up pretty balanced, but...
I guess kind of, like, as opposed to keeping your teammates alive, you're keeping yourself alive.
Yeah.
So... I could see... I could see a balance point there, but it's like compared to the other syringe guns that aren't the crossbow, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, this is just basically a directly better Blitzsacker. I mean, like, kind of.
I'd say it's directly better than all the other medic primaries, besides the crossbow, obviously.
Because,
like, here's the thing, it still does, like, the same damage firing speed as, like, the Blitzsacker and the syringe gun. But you're also just, like, passively healing yourself the whole time.
Yeah,
like, even when you're not fighting with it. Unlike the Blitzsacker, where it's just like you have to have it out, and you have to be shooting people with it, and you have to be hitting your shots for another thing. With this, it's just like it being totally passive is just like brain off, play medic, you're good to go.
I mean, this would easily be the best medic weapon for sustain, but. So, hold on. What do we put? We said this was balanced. How do these compare? Ignore the soldier primary that's kind of creeping in there.
I think that the first one that we did is like... I don't know how much you're getting... Well, I guess the main thing would be health packs and stuff, right? Like, that would be the main reason you'd use it. And it's got, like, a nothing downside, which is...
Yeah.
Pretty comparable to something like the Overdose has.
And I think, like, this syringe gun, or this downside on a syringe gun means a little bit more than it does on a crossbow. Because with the crossbow, it's like, sure, if you peg someone from across the map, getting marked for death doesn't really matter as much because you're probably pretty far away anyway. But with a syringe gun, it's like you have to be up close. So if you get a kill, then being marked for death is probably going to matter a bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, because it is a lot riskier to do self-defense, this might shake out to be balanced.
I don't know about balanced.
Let's see. Do we have a medic primary that's in pretty good? No. Okay. Oh, yeah, because all the medic primaries chop ammo in half or whatever the fuck. So we don't know how good they are. Where was... We had another medic primary. I don't know where that went. Oh, it's this one. It's this crossbow. So we said this was balanced too. So
well, I think that's just because like it doesn't heal people. Like that's the main thing.
That was why it was balanced. So I
that's
mean,
kind of another not the crossbow downside.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be the crossbow either, to be fair. So do we think this would be like a really good balanced weapon or a really bad, pretty darn good weapon?
I guess it's good a balance because like it's basically a passive Blutsauger.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's not like, honestly, even if you made the Blutsauger significantly better, I don't think that would approach being OP at all. So
okay.
So yeah, we'll say that this is in the same tier as the other ones, but like it's technically better, even though it's the same tier. 29 sniper primary. Oh, it's the TV weapon.
TV.
Damage increases as the user becomes injured, but all healing received is decreased by 20% while recently in combat.
Okay, so it's the sniper equalizer.
So how much does the equalizer increase damage? Because I think it's like a lot, isn't it?
I want to say it's 102 damage, maybe 109 at max, if you're at like 1 health. So you can like one tap a heavy with a random crit.
Oh, right, but this stat technically implies that it has a lower base damage if you're not injured.
I don't know if it implies that because it doesn't say that. Hold on, what does the equalizer say on its stats?
Nope, it has the exact same wording and it does that too. So I think that's the best precedent to take.
Then this is probably crap like the equalizer.
Oh God. The equalizer
Dude,
has...
You're immediately at a disadvantage in any sniper duel. That sucks. Imagine you headshot a sniper and it does like 75 damage. That's gonna suck.
So how it works is that it's at full health. You have a 50% damage penalty.
So yeah, that would equate to a 75 damage headshot if you're at full health.
But if you're at low health, if you're at 1 HP, you have a 65% damage bonus, which means if we multiply that 50. By 150, because if you fully
not
charge,
150, it's
if you fully charge a body shot,
fully charge, yeah,
you get 246 damage body shots at 1 HP.
That's awful.
Like, okay, so to be fair, this isn't complete trash. You just kind of have to set it up.
All you have to do is just take an absurd amount of damage as sniper and then just stand around and hope no one wants to shoot you as sniper.
I was going to say, like, so I don't think this is dog water, but I don't think it's unusable either because, again, if you somehow are at low health, like, this does do something pretty nasty, so...
I think it's more useful than the equalizer would be because it's like, you know, a sniper primary, so that's naturally going to be good. You could like, you could use that for like a quick counter on someone basically, if you kind of like anticipate that you're going to be taking damage in a fight, and then it's just like, now my quick scope does more damage than it would have done normally. But I still think that's pretty gimmicky, and being at an immediate disadvantage in every single sniper duel that you get into unless you take damage is just awful.
Yeah, I think I would lean toward usable but weak because again, like 250 damage body shots is like pretty good. Even if, because again, it's not like the soldier equalizer where you have to melee someone as like one of the slowest classes. It's like you could just click on someone's body and then they just are gone. But you're going to be gone too if you click on your body.
Yeah, assuming you can get up to full charge while at 1 health while playing sniper.
Oh, you can do that in casual. Just sit in some random cuck corner. And
you say that, but
I do.
I'm not having this conversation.
Yeah, just don't get hit. It's actually pretty easy if you think about it.
Yeah, just don't get hit.
Sniper mains have a skill issue if they if they miss ever and take damage ever, that's indicative of a lack of skill.
True.
All right. The Pyro primary that heals up to 2 HP per second, but all received debuffs last twice as long.
Does that mean Afterburn actually affects you?
No, because 0 times 2 is still 0.
Okay.
Because you don't even take...
I thought you took like 1 tick of Afterburn or something.
No, that's
like,
the Danger Shield does that. Pyro doesn't. Like, Pyro doesn't do any. He's only
What about the Dragon's
technically-
Fury?
Okay, well, the Dragon's Fury would do 4 more damage to you. So
Ooh.
now we're talking.
Indirect Dragon's Fury buff. Ooh.
Honestly, like, I don't think the debuff thing would matter that much because
Not really, no.
if you're good
Like,
at...
debuffs just aren't super common in the first place.
Yeah, and the only ones that are good are, like, the jar-based ones, but Pyro can reflect those. And I would even make the argument that you can do that consistently because, like, if you see them pulling it out, most often they're going to pull it out and then buffer the throw. So if you just know how long that takes, you can count in your head, like, from when you see the item and predict. So
Pretty much the only situations that, like, reflecting it is not going to be a possibility is if, like, you don't even see that it's going to be thrown in the first place because they're, like, throwing it around a corner or something.
yeah,
Like,
and
they just hit you with the splash of it.
while it would suck to take... Oh, yeah, because we said knockback as a debuff, too, so...
Right, that also counts.
But on Pyro, like, I don't know... I guess the Force of Nature is the main one, but...
Or the loose
like,
cannon.
Yeah, but I like, those are all things that Pyro is pretty much not...
Oh,
winning
Pyros
against.
could finally find the Scorch Shot annoying instead of just being like, I don't see what the problem is with this.
Yeah, I mean... I think most Pyros also find the Scorch Shot annoying simply because it devalues detonator aim. That's usually the excuse that I hear. Which is
I don't
like,
hear any... I never hear that, because the detonator actually requires skill to use, unlike the Scorch Shot, so it's just like, why would I ever use this fucking thing?
But then how... I guess, like, 2 HP per second region's not bad on Pyro.
It's not bad. Like, hey, it's basically just a slightly worse Conqueror, but it's a primary. Like, really, I think this is just kind of a somewhat minor upside for an also somewhat minor and situational downside.
So it's balanced, basically.
I guess it's balanced, yeah.
It's balanced by nature of it not being unbalanced, I guess, if that makes any sense.
This would be like the cow mangler of flamethrowers.
It would be this one of flamethrowers.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Number 31. Where is it? This is a soldier primary where you have a 55% explosion knockback on self. So you go...
So you way further with your rocket jumps.
Yeah, 50% further. But on kill, you're locked to melee for 3 seconds.
Trash.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. But to be fair, if you're playing Market Gardener, like, this actually wouldn't be bad.
I honestly feel like this would synergize better with the katana, if I'm being honest. Because you're locked to your melee for 3 seconds, like, you may as well go with the melee that rewards you for getting a kill and punishes you if you switch away from it.
Yes.
Like, I think if you market garden if you have the market gardener, that would honestly kind of suck. Because, like, if you kill someone with it, like with the rocket launcher, then you're basically stuck with a melee weapon that doesn't even random crit or anything. Like, once you, like, you could pretty much only get kills with the market gardener.
Yeah, this would be a Trojan weapon for sure.
For
but it's like, it's a rocket jumper, but you still take damage, but you go so far that this would let you pull off really long-range gardens. And if you're getting kills with the gardener, it wouldn't matter. So
I guess, but like the fact that you could only use the market gardener more or less,
yeah,
and like, because like this is basically worthless as a rocket launcher, right? Like, think of how often you can just like chain kills together with a normal rocket launcher. Imagine you just have to take a break for like 3 seconds after you kill every single person. That would suck so bad.
I honestly view this as a side grade to the rocket jumper because it's like, instead of not doing damage, it still can, but you can only get 1 kill every little while. And instead of not having, I guess like free rocket jumps, you have longer rocket jumps. So
I guess that's the way to put it. Is the rocket jumper really a balanced weapon?
it's weak but gimmicky. That's where I'd put the rocket jumper.
Okay, then yeah, I'd be totally fine putting it in the same place.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say it's dog water just because it would have a use in some loadouts. It's just, again, not like a very versatile weapon by any means.
It's very gimmicky. I still think that there's potential synergy there with the katana, which, like, I think the soldier could use, because it's, like, not many people use the katana on soldier.
I guess, but, like, even still, it's like you're locked to melee, which means you have to go through the really long deploy animation, and then you're still locked to melee, like, even if the 3 seconds is up, so... I don't see the vision. It's at least something. But... All right, a sniper primary that's a bow. Again, ignore the fact that the picture is a crossbow. It's a bow. It gets 25% damage against airborne targets, but the damage decreases as you become injured.
Ooh. The thing with the bow is that you're generally speaking more aggressive than a rifle sniper, so taking or like doing less damage. Yeah, rifle sniper.
Okay.
You're a rifle sniper, you're a bow sniper.
Oh, okay. So I thought you meant like I thought you just fucked up saying sniper rifle.
No.
Okay. No, I get what you're saying now.
A sniper using the rifle.
Yeah, no. I see it now. Continue.
Okay. So yeah, you're going to be more aggressive than a sniper using the sniper rifle. Do you see why I didn't say it like that?
I'm in possession of a sniper rifle, and I'm also playing the 8th class. Okay, sorry. I don't mean to make you like...
So you're generally speaking more aggressive, which means you're going to take damage more often, and quite frankly... I mean, okay, it says against airborne targets. It doesn't say targets like launched by explosives, like the reserve shooter or something like that.
Yeah.
It's airborne, so that means you'll sometimes just instantly fucking destroy a scout because he jumped. Does that do enough to cross the
threshold? It does exactly 150, I think. Oh,
that's fucked. Oh.
But the medic has to be jumping, so if he doesn't do that, or he doesn't happen to fall off a ledge or walk down the stairs at the wrong time, then he's not going to instantly die.
But only some stairs, sometimes.
Only sometimes, and in certain directions of stairs, because Source is a good game engine.
So I think that would honestly be the situation where you end up getting the most out of the damage bonus is like you corner peek and you hit someone who happens to be jumping rather than going for like sick air shots.
Yeah, you get lucky. Because, I mean, if you're going for sick air shots, you already have to know that they're going to jump and pre-charge it, which would make you take damage probably, so.
And I think that the damage decreases as you become injured stat would seek to encourage corner peeking even more, which is lame.
This would be a very lame weapon, but is it balanced? And my thought is it's kind of usable but weak.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I would just way prefer the more consistent damage of the Huntsman. As opposed to like, hey, sometimes you one-shot light classes and medics and sometimes you don't. Depends on if they press the spacebar or not.
And that's basically already how it works with the Huntsman, because sometimes they jump and then they don't get headshot, and sometimes they jump and they do, so it's just another layer of RNG as to whether they instantly die, but only if you fully charge it this time. So...
The Huntsman doesn't need any more RNG. It's janky enough as it is.
We've gotten through 3 layers of RNG before the arrow even lands here. All right, a spy primary, where on kill you get 30 max health for 20 seconds, and the health raises to compensate if full. So cool. And then you have a 35% fire damage vulnerability while disguised.
That honestly seems like not the worst trade-off ever, and the downside is very relevant while you're playing spy.
Yeah, but my thought is, like, if you get lit on fire while you're disguised, like, it's kind of game over for you anyway.
That is true. There's been instances where I'm, like, totally able to escape after a pyro lights me on fire just because, like, it's a little puff and my movement's good. It's like, having more of that, I don't know. I guess this would be like... This would be fucked on Gunspy, don't you think?
It's kind of my thought.
Because you're not disguised.
Well, even on normal Spy, it's like being able to get a gun kill and then getting 30 max health.
Yeah,
and
max
being able
health
to get
too.
away with 135 plus cloak resistance, like, or 155, sorry. Like, that's pretty good. That gets you up to, like, 175-ish health.
Yeah, that's actually
solid.
really good.
So
I think, like, the downside is definitely the situational thing. Because, like, is this one of those rare moments where you can get away after a pyro, like, just blasts you with fire while you're disguised? Or is it just, like... I think that the upside would completely... not negate the downside, but it's like it more than makes up for it. It's like the spy sickle in that situation where it's like the amount of times that it's gonna save your ass against the pyro is way more often than the times it's gonna like screw you out of a kill because of a pyro.
yeah, no, I agree. And I think too that like in the context of what Spy has for primaries, like this isn't even that much better. Like getting survivability on a revolver kill it's a pretty reasonable amount.
Mm-hmm.
That would actually fit really well into his revolvers. Like I kind of wish there was something like this in normal TF2.
I don't mean to sound too triggered about it, but this almost just kind of sounds like a more balanced version of the kunai.
Yeah, like that's kind of my thought is like, this is more of what the kunai should be. It's like, if you need to go for a panic revolver kill and you actually win, then you're now more resistant to the teammates that see you get the kill. So, yeah, I like this. I think
and hell, even like right after you get a backstab, you could just like shoot someone as you're like running away, and it's like, now I'm even more resistant.
Oh,
bang, bang, boom.
Oh, okay, but consider those. So I don't know if this is like how it's programmed, but it might be, where because kunai overheal is based on max health, and you would get more max health with this, you'd be up to 155.
Yes, this would be busted as shit with the kunai, but the kunai's already busted as shit.
That's true. So what, you have 70 health as the kunai, right? Like at base? So this would get you
70
up to
health,
100.
and that goes up to 210 health with the max overheal. So that's like another, 30 health, so that's 240. Drop in the fucking bucket for a kunai spy. It still takes like 3 rockets to kill you.
Right. But if you got 30 extra max health at base, then that would go up to 300, because that's 100 times 3. So
is it times 3 or is it just like plus 30?
It's 3 times your max health, but your max health increases. So
oh god, I'd kill myself.
But I don't actually think that's how TF2 is programmed. I think they just like, well, actually maybe it is.
I don't know.
Anyway, I think this is balanced. I think it's the kunai that's not, but this is.
Yes. The kunai is unbalanced bullshit.
So, but that's a different discussion.
I'm very sorry, Raw.
This is. So, we are on 34, which is a scout primary that has 1 ammo instantly reloaded on a hit, and on kill, the next attack received within 10 seconds is a guaranteed mini crit. Oh god, okay.
Okay, wait, 1 ammo instantly reloaded. Is that like into your clip or into your reserve?
Well, it's reloaded, so I'm guessing that means into your clip, because you don't reload ammo into your reserve.
Right, okay then. So
as long as you're hitting things, you have a bottomless clip, basically.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That is the Widowmaker, but better. But
it does make it so Scout, if he gets a kill and then he gets attacked, he is kind of a glass cannon here. Because he would die to like 1 rocket or 1 grenade, so...
I suppose so. I don't know if that makes it balanced. I feel like that would just be incredibly polarizing. It's like almost the flog of Scout.
Yeah, it pretty much would be.
Imagine this with an Uber medic.
This is like this is the inverse problem of something like the Islander, where instead of being a direct upgrade because your teammates died and now you're punished for it, it's a direct upgrade against you because he's not killed one of your teammates yet.
I feel like this is very gimmicky.
To be fair, on good scouts, this would be insane, but...
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about the Babyface's blaster. I've seen really good scouts with a baby face. And I would still put that in like weak gimmicky if that was on this tier list.
Yeah, the babyface, to be fair, though, has a more punishing downside than this, I think. Because not only does it have less damage, but it also has less survivability if you get hit. But this has a bottomless clip, but if the first thing that hits you is a high damage attack, then you're dead.
Yes.
Honestly, like, this would be, okay, to be fair, this would be really annoying, but I think this shakes out to be balanced. Call me crazy, but...
Maybe? Like, it really does sort of spec into that sort of glass cannon aspect, where it's like... Again, I feel like this would be an extremely polarizing weapon. Like, if you're bad at Scout, don't bother. If you're insane at Scout, you're never gonna die anyway.
Why would you use anything else? Yeah. But I feel like the Widowmaker's kind of like that too, right?
Kind of. Except, like, ammo management is way more of a factor, like, in terms of it being metal for Engineer than it is for Scout. Because, like, even if you, like, miss a shot or beef all your fucking shots, then it's just like click, 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 click. Okay, now you're reloaded again. With an Engineer, it's just like, fuck, now I gotta go find a metal pack or do this or do that. Like, if you whiff all your shots as Engineer, with the Widowmaker, it's way more punishing. With this, it's just like, oh, I just gotta reload a few times again.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And in a 1v1, like, this is insane, because you can just, like, hold down M1 at mid-range and you just win.
As long as one pellet is hitting the guy, you will instantly reload your next hit. That's ridiculous.
And you get up to 6 misses before you have to actually reload.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I don't know if that really shakes out to being balanced, but, like, I don't know if that shakes out to being OP either. I still think it's kind of gimmicky. I don't know.
I do think it's, like, really good because, well, actually, no, it's not really good. I think it's balanced because, again, if you do get one kill and you're, like, in a kind of populated team fight, you do now have the chance to just instantly die from anything.
That's kind of how the old Criticola used to work at some point, where it's just like, oh, or wait, no, that's how it works now.
Yeah.
Like, right after you fire, that's when you get mini crits.
And it's like, the Criticola is, like, technically balanced. It's a really weird weapon, but...
You should just use this with the Criticola. Like, why the fuck not?
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
there's no reason not to.
Penalty. Actually, that would be crazy. That would be nuts.
Just use it with the Criticola.
That would be insane.
Oh, God.
Okay,
never mind.
Actually, just because of that... Okay, well, to be fair, like, there's no additional downside, but you still do instantly die if you get hit.
Yes, but I think that synergy is too insane. Because, again, like, with the Criticola, you could, like, stay at mid-range, out of range of, like, getting one-tapped by a lot of stuff. Or at least able to dodge way more easily.
Yeah. And there actually technically is an additional penalty with the Criticola because, like, let's say that you're drinking the Criticola, well, then you now have a permanent mark for death for 8 seconds, whereas this is only on the first hit you
only
take
after you fire the first shot.
Right. But this is only on the first hit that you take. So if that's a chip shot from, like, a scout across the map, well, that makes it go from 3 damage to, like, 12 damage, which is not that much. So...
yeah, I don't know. I still feel like the synergy with the Criticola would be utterly insane.
Yeah, but again, that's for 8 seconds only. It's not like you just permanently have that. And then that does kind of lock you out of better secondaries.
What secondaries would, like, synergize better than the Criticola?
I mean,
maybe
with
bonk?
this...
Because, like, you can just... Wait, would that cancel out the mini crit thing?
Yeah, I mean, you don't take any damage while you're bonked. Like, kind of Mad Milk, I guess. Because you're just constantly getting
like,
healing.
You wouldn't take damage, but would it still count as a mini crit?
It is technically an attack received, because the bonk does track the attacks you receive by applying
Okay, so yeah, it
would... So yeah.
It would cancel it out.
But
so
then
that's
you
really
also can't attack for 8 seconds, so...
But you also can't take damage for 8 seconds, so...
That's true.
Just reposition yourself, or go do whatever you need to do. It's just
but counterpoint, if you get a kill, now you have to find a safe area to drink the bonk and hope they don't find you and insta-kill you. So
I'll be real, I've had a drink of the bonk just out in the open, and people are just like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you now. Too late, already invincible.
Yeah, but
and then I just like rub my middle finger in their face and they can't do anything about it.
This is a hard one to put in terms of ranking, actually.
Yeah, like I really feel similarly to this the way I do about just the Criticola. Like I know I've been talking about it a lot, but it's like I feel
like it's a good comparison.
Very similarly. And I'm not even sure entirely where to put that balance wise, because like in the hands of a really good scout, I'd rather fucking walk on a bed of nails.
I do think the Critical is balanced, but
does Scout really need more damage for free?
It's poorly designed, but it's balanced simply because like there have been plenty of fights that I'm in against even good Criticola scouts where it's like my win condition now is to hit one rocket and he is gone. So and if I can do that, then I win the fight. And even though he kills faster, I do too. So it doesn't really favor him unless he's ambushing me.
I don't know, man. I
do think
that's balanced. I guess.
And again, like
that's the weirdest I've ever felt, saying that something is quote unquote balanced. Like if the Criticola is, then I guess this is, but I'm still not even sure if I agree with the notion that the Criticola is balanced.
This is a very polarizing weapon though, because like again, if you're really good at Scout, you're gonna feel the benefits a lot more, but I don't think this would be so. Like the reason that I'm putting this in balance, or that's my opinion anyway, is that it wouldn't be weak, but it also wouldn't be OP.
I guess it's kind of like the trade scattergun, where it's like you make a kill on one person way easier in exchange for just almost guaranteed dying immediately afterward. Maybe this would be really good if you're just like kind of hanging out on the flanks, just like picking off random people. But even then, that kind of cancels out the upside, and that like you'd almost want the +1 ammo instantly reloaded if you're like taking on a whole bunch of people at once. So that way you could just like pump loads of damage into them.
I'm trying to think.
I guess that's balanced then. Fuck. I hate saying that because that upside is ridiculous on Scout, but
it would be really annoying to play against. But like in terms of raw
agree.
effectiveness, I just don't see how this would be like crazy in practice. Because again, like you kill in a team fight, like sure you have infinite shots basically, but you kill one fucking sniper on the back lines, and now that soldier can one-shot you, so...
Or you have to stay out of combat for 10 whole seconds, at which point why even have the upside to begin with when you can just be reloading?
Yeah, so there is risk. I think that this is only balanced simply because of the lack of being either good or bad.
Yes. I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think the Criticola is like
rides
a really
the line.
Apt comparison. Like it's the same vibe of weapon, I guess, for lack of a better term. So okay, interesting.
We're learning so much about Team Fortress 2 balance today.
No, but it's like this is an interesting sort of discussion because, like, yeah, it does kind of reflect on the game as a whole. It's like kind of an out of the box way to analyze the state of Team Fortress 2, I guess, in terms of weapons.
Yeah.
35. Okay, this is a crossbow sniper primary, so refer to our cheat sheet.
Oh wait, but this one does damage based on distance traveled. Oh,
yeah,
that changes everything.
Oh shit. Okay, so
oh, that's already I have problems with that.
Okay, so the upside is when hit by a melee from the back or sides, Girardi is splashed all around you.
Oh no, I peed myself.
You literally pee your pants if you get flanked, but only by a melee.
Only by a melee.
So that's useless.
I guess that counts for backstabs?
Yeah, but you're dead if you get backstabbed.
Sure, but the spy's covered in pee now.
Okay, but I'm fucking dead. I don't care.
It's a slightly worse Razorback,
but it's a primary.
But it's a crossbow that deals damage based on distance traveled and deals headshots.
So, yeah, I guess because it has this
That's
stat...
like, what? Crossbow is like 75 max damage?
Yeah, crossbow is 40 to 75, I think.
Okay, so 75 times 3.
So that's 225. Like, it's not bad, but it's... You also do get 40% less healing when you need it, so you can't really be pocketed with this.
Do you need to be pocketed, though? I don't know.
This is a crossbow sniper? Maybe. I feel like there would be more of a reason to do that than there would on our rifle sniper, as we say.
Counterpoint, corner peeking.
Yeah, like, you could do that if you're a coward, but you don't have to. Or you actually might have to with this. So,
Yeah. Again, like, I feel like all of these fucking different kinds of bows and crossbows and stuff for sniper is just like they all heavily encourage the corner peeking play style. It's like, oh, all healing is decreased when you're recently in combat. Well, just don't be in combat and corner peek. Both deal damage based on distance travel. Just corner peek and just shoot it down a really long choke point.
Yeah, and deal 225 randomly. But, like, I still don't know if this would be better or worse than the Huntsman. So it's kind of feeling gimmicky to me.
I don't think so. I think it would be gimmicky. Especially with the P upside. That's super situational.
That does literally nothing ever. It just fucks Spy if you get backstabbed. So where do we put the other one? Whoa.
The other...
What the fuck?
You...
Okay.
You flipped it.
You the other crossbow.
Too much.
We had another crossbow. I think they're involved in bows. No, because we had one that made us write the little cheat sheet down there.
I think that's the really darn good one next to the grenade launcher and the Widowmaker.
Yeah, so how good would this one be? We'll use our own precedent. Please?
Okay, well, that one has passive reload.
Oh, that's
and you
true.
Can see enemies HP.
Oh, yeah, so... And you could pop people that are right in front of you, whereas this wouldn't be able to, like, quickscope headshot. So
no, that would do like what 120. That's not bad, especially if you like have an SMG, but that's like still not gonna one-shot anyone, and of course it does leave you at a disadvantage to other snipers.
Well,
actually no, because that's only when they're close. Never mind.
My thought is honestly this would be balanced because the upside is gimmicky, but like just by nature of this being a basically semi-auto huntsman, like it's not.
I feel like more people would use it for just like the straight arrow that does damage based on distance traveled, as opposed to like the upside or not. They wouldn't avoid it because of the downside. They'd avoid it because like, oh, I think that the huntsman does like more damage, or the rifles are more consistent, or stuff like that.
Yeah, honestly, like I would use this if this was on the game. I'm gonna be real. I would like the idea of being able to headshot like people for 225 across the map. It would be pretty fun.
I could see it being fun.
I don't know if this would be weak just because of the stats we've given to the crossbow. I can't see this being bad necessarily.
No. All right, I'd be willing to put this in balanced.
Again, balanced is a spectrum, so
yeah.
All right.
Like weaker at close range and stronger at long range for like a sniper bow weapon is an interesting change of pace compared to like how the huntsman is supposed to be played.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we've done 35. Let's just go to 50. So I'm going to start going out of order with the weapons that I have downloaded because for some reason, foolish me thought we'd get to 100, but we're not doing that.
You were stupid.
Yeah, so well, I don't know how long each discussion would take. So I'm going to start loading a row of weapons that I had more stats on, so there's more to like think about, and it's not just a one up, one down type of thing. And then for the last 5, we'll do the like Yu-Gi-Oh card ones. So let's start right now on, let's do 60 to 70 or 60 to 69, I guess it would be. And then we'll just not do those if we do a part 2 to this. If people enjoy this, we'll do the rest of them that are in the list. All right, so effectively number 36. We'll start here. This is a Spy Revolver, which has a 25% damage bonus against buildings. But if you can't secure a kill with a clip, it deals 25 damage to you. So if you miss all 6 shots and you suck ass, that's on you, and you will get...
This is garbage.
It kind of does kind of does nothing.
This is complete garbage.
Okay, so
at best, you slightly bypass sapper armor. That's it. In exchange for just completely fucking yourself over in any revolver duel if you miss your shots.
You just don't miss. Okay, so to be fair though, 25% bonus is 50 instead of 40 on the revolver, which does let you 3-shot buildings from any range.
Or 2-tap a mini sentry.
Yeah, 2-tap minis, 3-tap level 1s, 4-tap level 2s, 5-tap level 3s. So...
But wait a second. You need to secure a kill with that clip. So what are you doing shooting buildings with it?
Wait, so hold on. How would that work exactly? Because does that mean if you reload after 1 shot, that does 25 damage?
Oh, God, that would suck if you have auto reload on.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that's dog water. Okay, that's horrible. That's actually like one of the worst weapons you could be using because it forces you to turn auto reload off, which immediately just makes it terrible. Okay, all right.
So that sucks.
Yeah, 61 or sorry, 37. Some of these, I don't know. These are meant to have more stats, but that doesn't mean they will. Okay, this is a sniper primary. Fully charged headshots gib victims.
Hell yeah, the classic.
You heal up to 3 HP per second while out of combat, and you have Coward! Minus 15% less damage when attacking from behind. So
it's the cozy camper, but sometimes you do less damage. But they explode.
They do explode, but you have to fully charge it. And, I mean, I think just by nature of this not sometimes getting the quickscope kill, this is pretty bad.
It's really, that would be such a pain in the ass, dude.
Imagine, like, you quickscope a medic and he's facing 91 degrees from you, so you barely do 15% less damage.
I would hate that so much. And not to mention, like, when it comes to playing sniper, you do want to kill people who are, like, not aware of you. Yeah. Because that means they're not shooting at you, which means you don't have to come out of your scope and move around and all that shit. And that's going to be, like, oftentimes people who are, like, you know, you are effectively behind them. In a manner of speaking, at least you're shooting the back of their heads or something.
If they're not facing you, you are technically behind them from their point of view, so...
Yeah. From my point of view, the sniper is behind me.
Then you take 15% less damage.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. So...
yeah. I don't think that the upside really outweighs the downside at all.
I think this would be, like, really bad, actually, because Sniper needs health regeneration, like, the least out of anyone.
I agree with that, yeah. Like, if you need health regen that bad, just use the Cozy Camper.
And you get more of it with using the Cozy Camper, because that's up to +4, so what the fuck's the point of this?
This is just, like, if you want the Cozy Camper, but you want to use, like an actual secondary that does stuff. So I guess, hey, if you want to heal and use Girardi, this is like if you want to be a Girardi mage.
Girardi mage. That would be such a gimmick, though. Like, if you're SMG sniper, this would be the best primary, sure, but...
That is true, actually.
But why would you play SMG sniper? Because that's a fucking awful subclass.
Skinny heavy.
Yeah, except you do no damage.
It does some damage.
All of the upsides of heavy, like really high damage and really high health, except you have neither of those things.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah, this would be pretty bad.
Is it even usable, though?
It's usable. I want to say it's usable just by nature of being a sniper rifle, and like 15% less damage when you're like fully charged does not matter at all.
Well, what about heavies that are overhealed?
Well, okay, against an overhealed heavy, then yes, that does matter. But against everything else in the game, not really. So like, again, the Huntsman is usable, but it doesn't one-shot overhealed heavies. So I think it's usable, but like, there's not much reason to use it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that. And actually, I did think of like a scenario with this, or where this would be good. Take, for instance, the Powerhouse Sniper Perch. You're basically only attacking people coming at you head on. So, and you do want the regen up there. So there's like some
on certain maps,
so
there will be places where people are basically funneling towards, like Dust Bowl or something, right? Yeah.
And on Dust Bowl too, there are like no health packs, so you do actually kind of want the health regen.
Yeah, so
it's
there's
not useless.
minor situations, but like this would arguably be like one of the worst sniper rifles. Well, I don't know, maybe Sydney Sleeper's still.
I'm gonna say I still think the Sydney Sleeper in Classic could be worse, honestly, because at least this can quick scope.
Well, I mean, okay, of the sniper rifles that are basically just, for all intents and purposes, reskins of the stock sniper rifle,
Yeah, okay,
this
fair.
would be the worst.
All right, we have Engineer Primary, where Alt Fire you switch between ammo and health collection modes at the cost of every pack being one size smaller.
So we had this
That
one for a
would
Scout Primary
suck on
earlier.
Engineer. What the hell? Because you get less metal.
Oh yeah, on Engineer that would be awful.
On kill, you get 25 max health for 20 seconds. And then you get fewer bullets per shot, which I think means one fewer pellet.
Because there's 10 pellets
So
per shotgun
15%
shot.
doesn't make sense here.
No, that would not work. I mean, yeah, I guess you'd round it up, right?
So I
it would
don't
be
actually
2
know.
less pellets.
I don't know how that
Well,
would work.
TF2 rounds up.
I thought it
I'm pretty
rounded
sure.
down. Okay. I
Doesn't
don't know. I don't know.
I think in situations like these, it rounds up.
I'm gonna say this is really bad just by nature of every metal pack you collect being one size smaller sucks.
Yes, that would be
That's
awful
really
for
bad.
Engineer. Imagine using this with the Eureka effect too.
I was gonna say, especially on a weapon that seems like it encourages you to play aggressively and does less damage. Like, this would just be bad.
Yeah.
Like, it would still be better than the Thompson, but...
Oh, sure. But the Thompson's complete dog water.
And if you're playing, like, flank Engie and not using a sentry, then being able to get health from ammo is something.
I guess. But you're also doing less damage per shot.
Only 10%, I think. Because, okay...
10 or 20.
No, because the overdose has a 15% damage penalty, but does 10% less damage.
No, it has a 10% damage penalty.
Let me look it up.
It's listed as 10%. I know it is. I made Bad Weapon Academy. Do you know who I am?
Do you know who you are? Check the wiki.
What? It says 10%, doesn't it?
Check the wiki, fish.
No.
Bad
It's 10%.
Memory Academy.
I'm not
Bad
being memory hold on
Academy.
this. It says 10%.
Bad Memory Academy.
No,
Check
no,
the
no, no.
wiki.
No.
Because
No. This can't be happening. I'm supposed to be in charge here. What the fuck? I've been saying 10% this entire fucking time. What the fuck?
It's
What the
effectively
fuck?
10%, but it's 15% listed, and I know that is weird because of like the rounding. So technically, this would round down using that precedent. Well,
it's not 10%. What the fuck?
Legacy or Ruin, Fish Stick on a Stick is out of here. He
my
is canceled.
God. I'm
Flame
so
this
washed.
man in the comments. He got the stat wrong on paper, even though he got it right in terms of how it's used. But that means that
Oh
his
my
prize
God.
series is done. It's over.
I'm so washed. I don't remember the overdose stat. I feel like C-Ravioli not knowing what the eviction notice is.
What is this thing? You're telling me that you get a speed boost, but your health goes down? I think this would be gimmicky, because I could think of a use for this, and that is Eureka
I
Effect
guess.
Engineer.
Wait, really? Eureka effect?
Yeah, because if you're not like building a sentry, then you could just switch to health mode, and then you could just get the health.
I guess. But you're also collecting even less metal, which sucks. I would honestly think that this would probably work best with the Gunslinger. Just because, like, 25 max health on top of the 25 health you have on top of the Gunslinger.
Yeah, but if you're using the Gunslinger, like, you really do need the ammo packs when they drop.
That's true, but at the very least...
175 health, like, is nothing to sneeze at, for sure, but...
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, you don't need as much metal as you would for, like, a full nest engineer. So I honestly feel like it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it would still be bad.
Well, do you know Minitech?
No.
Do you know how to do Minitech? So, basically what you do is, whenever you see your sentry go down, you press 4, and then you press 1, and you build another one. And you do that anytime you see your mini die ever, and you do that for, like, frame 1. That's Minitech. It just spam the shit out of them.
Oh.
But you can't do
well,
that.
I'm saying it's harder to spam the shit out of them with this, but I still feel like it would be a way to use it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like the candy cane for engineer, which gives you more effective health instead of less, is pretty not nothing. So,
it is not nothing. So I guess gimmicky?
I would still say gimmicky, yeah, because like if this did normal damage, then sure, but
if it did normal damage, well, I guess no, the ammo thing is still the biggest downside.
Yeah, like that's still pretty rough, but it's like I think the damage is what tips it over the edge, because it's like at least you could say that this is the combat weapon, if not that, but
yeah. A
scout primary, which has 10% firing speed per consecutive hit, but 40% slower firing speed.
Okay, so it's the Scout Bazaar bargain, except at best you will get a 10% firing speed bonus. This is crap.
You have to hit 4 before it's even stock. That's so bad. What the fuck? Okay, well.
You have to hit 2 Bazaar bargain headshot kills.
And it resets
in order to
too,
get back to sniper.
Because it's consecutive hits,
speed.
so you start each fight at a 40% penalty, and the best you could ever hope to do is firing 10% faster if you've somehow hit them 5 times in a row.
That is awful.
All right, next one.
Just one of the worst ones we've seen.
Demoman primary. This is a grenade launcher. On kill, 25 max health for 20 seconds. Okay, we've gotten that stat a lot. That's just how it goes in weapon generators sometimes. And it deals no knockback on hit.
Straight upgrade.
I mean,
how often are you using the grenade launcher for knockback? How often can you really take advantage of that as Demoman? Like stickies, I think way more because you're launching them at the enemy's feet in the first place. But unless you're juggling people constantly, I see this as a straight upgrade.
Actually, this would be a straight upgrade because it would make follow-up pipes really easy.
That is actually true.
Yeah, no, that's because like knockback isn't nothing. Like you definitely can stall people that are coming at you as demo, but again, this would make landing follow-up pipes like really easy. So, and there's no
not
clip
jostling
size
them around
penalty or
anymore.
nothing. So, and if you do get the kill, well, you're up to 200 health or 2. Like this actually would be really good for Hybrid Knight too.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the Islander.
Yeah, because what you could do is you get 25 health, and then you charge in with the katana, and then you get more health back. Because your max health, which is what that uses to calculate higher. So this would be really good.
Yeah, this is another crazy one for Hybrid Knight.
I don't think this would be broken, because, like, it's not that much better, technically, and the knockback, again, is some kind of loss, even if it's not a huge one, but...
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if it would be completely game-breaking, but I still feel like this would easily be, like, the most used Demoman primary.
It would be up there for sure. But, like, again, compared to...
Like, seriously, just think
Blast
about
Jumping Sniper or the heavy wall of infinite damage resistance, it's like, I don't think it's that bad, personally.
Where you just stack a bunch of heavies next to each other using the same weapon.
Imagine MVM with that, though.
Oh, that'd be fun. But, like, seriously, just imagine the fucking debates that Demomans have gotten in over the years over, like, the small, minute differences between the Iron Bomber and the Grenade Launcher. Now imagine the Iron Bomber just gave you, like, 25 max health for every kill you got.
This would be one of the best grenade launchers, if not the best, but I still don't think it's like as bad as, like, it wouldn't ruin Team Fortress 2 if this was in there, right? It would just be the meta for demo.
Like, being easily the meta for demo is just like, does demo really need that? Because he's already like the strongest combat class in the game. Yeah,
but like, does it let you blast jump as spy or never die ever?
I guess I'm just still not sure if this would be on like the low end of game breaking.
I mean,
because again, especially
especially
in combination with a fucking Islander Hybrid Knight, that would suck.
It's only for 20 seconds.
But on kill.
Yeah.
So imagine he just gets like another kill within 20 seconds.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So it's like if you're constantly getting kills, you have 25 more health to work with. Like, I think this would be really good, but like the precedent that we've seemed to use for completely game breaking is it's like if this was in Team Fortress 2, this would kind of ruin it. Whereas really good is like, yeah, it would probably be the best weapon on the class that it's on, but this isn't uncounterable by any means.
Okay, all right. In that case, I guess it would be really good, but I mean, it would be OP, but
it would be, yeah.
It's not breaking the game.
I mean, it would just be OP by nature of it being like a better version of something that doesn't need to be better, I think. But it's also not like, again, this wouldn't shatter Team Fortress 2 if it got added, I don't think.
Hopefully not.
Maybe, actually, I don't know.
Maybe it would. Again, the Iron Bomber, its projectile was like a 2 hammer units bigger.
that was placebo. People overestimated how good the Iron Bomber was. Weapon, what's actually like not 65. Okay, actual more than 2 stats.
Hey.
All received debuffs turn into buffs. Weapon slowly restores ammo when revved up without shooting, but it produces a louder noise. You get 2 HP per second while firing due to heat. You heal up during an extended pause or reload.
Okay, so you lose health while firing. It's like the Gru, but instead of holding out the guns, it's when you fire.
Yeah. And then you have a 10% damage vulnerability when out of combat for 20 seconds. But that one's like pretty useless. So
that's worthless.
This would be interesting because if you're just standing there revved and not firing, not only do you regenerate ammo, but you also regenerate the health you lost from firing.
So this guess
encourages staying rev but not shooting.
I think that since those two seem to cancel each other out in that way, you're pretty much only playing this for the other thing, which is received debuffs turn into buffs, which again we were talking about how uncommon debuffs are. That's really just not gonna happen very often. And again, like, debuffs turn into buffs. I don't know what that means for a lot of the debuffs. Like, does that mean, like, you just do that to the other person? Like, if you get Mad Milk, do you heal off of hits now? When you get Sticky Shoes, do you slow them down? Does that, like, turn it into the Natasha for, like, the couple of frames that you get Sticky Shoes?
I don't fucking know. Like, because my thought is like, okay, if you get Girardi'd, then, oh, you would have a 35% damage resistance. But then with Madamook, like, I don't know. They lose that much health from shooting you? Like, what? That would be insane if it was.
When you get bleeded, do you do bleed with all of your shots now?
Heal for 8 seconds.
Buff.
We might just have to put this in IDK, because, like,
I think so, yeah.
Depending on how this would interact with certain debuffs, it's like, that might be really broken, but like, because like, if someone hits you with milk, does that mean that anyone that shoots you loses 60% of the health that they deal? That would be fucking broken if that was the case.
I think the best case scenario is that like, it basically gives you a Conqueror effect if you're covered in Mad Milk. Where like, you gain health off of, like, you just gain lifesteal.
Yeah, like, I guess. I don't fucking know.
And if you get hit with Girardi, then you deal mini crits. And if you get hit with bleed, then your bullets do bleed. And if you get lit on fire, then your bullets light people on fire. And all of that.
No, but I'm thinking, like, if you take damage over time, then you actually just heal from that instead of... But, like, okay, this might just have to be an I don't know, bro, because, like, this, I don't...
I think so, yeah. That's way too vague.
And also, even on top of that, like... Weapon slowly restores ammo. Like, the speed at which it does that would kind of affect my opinion on that, but it doesn't really say.
Yeah.
Because if it's like you regenerate most of your ammo in like a couple seconds, then that's good. It's not really slowly, but like you get the point.
I guess that's kind of good. Even then, I feel like ammo management as heavy is really not something I ever worry about.
I just walk forward shooting, and then if I run out of ammo, I cry because holding 2 buttons is no longer working for me. All right, this is a Pyro primary thing. that has capture rate on wear, but on kill, you're locked to melee. All right, abysmal dog shit.
Garbage.
All right. That's pretty
completely
fucking
worthless.
This would be good for medieval mode. You would capture the Groot Keep with no penalty, but...
Yes, that is the one use.
That's it, and I don't even think that matters, because I don't think passives for primaries even register in medieval mode, so...
I don't...
Alright. This is a flamethrower that has damage versus buildings, and then the downside is that flames linger in the air for 3 seconds, but passing through them deals mini crit damage to you.
I feel like the flames lingering should be like gray text, and passing through them does mini crit damage to you is red text.
Yeah, I mean, this is like all listed in one line. But this is weird, because you couldn't WM1. If you ran forward, you'd kill yourself.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But you could just
it's lingering in the air for 3 seconds.
You could create a minefield out of flames. Like you could just WM1 in a choke, or like not even W, just hold M1 in a choke point, like around the corner, and there would be
you could just create a wall of fire that no one can pass through.
There would be...
Just slowly look up and down as there's like, like, you know, on like Badwater 2nd, where they have to come through that kind of choke. Just look up and down as they're coming out of spawn or something. It's just like they can't get through there while your team just pushes the car forward. The damage versus buildings is honestly just like completely on the side. I guess that would be kind of useful for Uber pushing, because it's just like it does more damage to buildings, and also the flames are lingering, so they're just like racking up the damage even faster, I think.
Okay, so here's where my intricate knowledge of how Pyro's flamethrower actually works comes into play. So what happens when you fire the flamethrower is that each flame, quote unquote, is a little box that exists in the air. It normally goes forward, and then once it loses most of its velocity, it starts going upward a little bit, and then it disappears. While you are constantly taking damage in the boxes, you take a capped rate of damage. So it's not like every individual box does damage, but they're simply used as hit detection to let the game know whether you should be dealing a flat rate of tick-based damage.
Okay.
So it's not like the more boxes you make, the more damage you're doing. It's more so like you create a zone of which if someone enters, they take WM1 damage. But flames at that point would have a lot of fall off, because the longer they're in the air, they lose up to 50% of their damage. So you would be taking like max fall off flame damage by walking through a zone, which, hold on, let me get the numbers. Flame damage is roughly,
Is the wiki not helpful?
It's okay. Seriously, the flamethrower is the most complicated weapon in the entire game, and I don't know why. I think this means because you take 43 to 87, but what is this range? What is this based on?
Jesus Christ. So it does 50% damage against buildings. My thought process is basically just that, like, if you're spraying a building, then you can just kind of fire and forget for a little bit and do something else while the flames just kind of linger and deal damage to the buildings. That was my thought process.
Yeah.
Because it works kind of like the Bison, right? Where it's just like hitting the same thing multiple times. Like the Bison... The Bison works the way it does because it basically uses like flamethrower particles, right? You're
gonna have to repeat what you said, because I was trying to find a very specific piece of info with the flamethrower, and that is each new person. So here's the deal: if you're a light class and you walk into the firewall, you're dying in 2 seconds. I think that's how that would work out. And if you're a heavy class, or like you have like 175 or 200, you're dying in like 3.5 seconds. So you would basically create an impenetrable zone. Because
just by looking.
Flames, by looking. So how long do flames take to dissipate? That's what I'm trying to find now. Because again, this is the most jank fucking weapon in Team Fortress 2.
I want to say it's about like a second and a half.
Yeah, so this would make flames last 4 times longer. Now, you couldn't W1, but if you had a dispenser
But you
behind
could
the wall,
M1.
you spray into a choke point, and then they can't go through without basically instantly dying, which would be fucking broken.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. So
this actually might be okay, you in the comments might have to correct me if my game knowledge on this weapon is wrong, because there are like 50 mechanics for the flamethrower that shouldn't be there that I don't know why they are, but assuming that I'm right and this would do like a lot of damage really fast just by nature of someone walking in an area, this would be crazy.
Yeah, I think this would be broken about because they linger
Yeah.
in the air too.
Yeah.
Not even like on the ground or something where you could like jump over them. Like it's just in the air. It's a wall of fire.
And again, normal flames disappear in 1 second. This would take like 4. What the hell? That would be so busted. And even if you can't go in there, like, why would you need to? Everyone's just gonna die if they come toward you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This actually might be the most broken weapon for spawn camping ever.
Oh yeah. That's not even a question. At least when you're spawn camping with sticky bombs, you have to like know when to detonate them.
You have to time it. Now, again, compare that to the strategy of, oh, there are 2 spawn exits. Well, guess what? 1 dispenser and 2 pyros with this per exit. Okay, good luck. What if you happen to get out of the flames? Well, this has normal air blast, so no, you didn't.
Oh god.
Oh my god. This would actually be like, the more I think about it, the worse it gets. This would be insane.
Oh god. Like I was looking too much at the Dragon's Fury image there to even think about air blast functioning totally normally.
Oh no. Because if they got out, you could just push them back into the wall.
Oh no, I didn't even think about that. You can just push them back into the fire.
The hell simulator weapon.
Stay.
What's that? You're trying to be redeemed? You still have sins weighing on your soul. Back into hell you go.
Oh my god.
Welp. I want that to be added.
Add the Dante's Inferno flamethrower now, please.
That's awesome. That's the best weapon I've ever seen. What the fuck? Okay, what are we on? The classic. You can see enemies' HP while active. You heal up to 5 HP per second while you're out of combat. Mm-hmm. Securing a kill below 15 health or 15% health with your last shot fully heals you, but missing. Yeah, what do you... So I guess your last ammo, so this does nothing, basically. Okay?
Okay,
So...
Your last...
Yes, if you have 1 ammo left.
If you have 1 ammo left, then this downside matters, and it fires tracer rounds. Okay, so this is like the best sniper rifle in the game.
So you can see enemies' HP and you heal, but you fire tracer rounds, basically. That's the stats.
I mean, it's using the classic image, so is it saying like classic tracers or Machina tracers?
The classic doesn't have the listed downside of fires tracer rounds. This one does.
Alright, so it's Machina then.
Yeah. So, like, that's not nothing, right? But still, being able to see enemies' health.
Yeah.
Like, does that matter on Sniper? I'm guessing it does.
Yeah, I would say that matters. Because, like, especially for things like overhealed targets, then it's like, okay, you gotta know, like, how much you're charging up in order to secure the kill on them. Maybe someone's, like, a soldier's far away, you gotta know, like, okay, do I have to charge a little bit extra in case he's holding the backup or something like that? Just stuff like that. You're like, yeah, being able to see your enemy's health, or even just, like, if you're just communicating with your team, like, okay, like, this guy's at this much, this guy's at this much. It's just like, or even if you're going for a body shot or something, it's just like, oh, cool. I don't even have to go for a headshot on this guy because he's already super low. Like, yeah, that's very useful information.
I'm still laughing at the stat of if you're below 15 health and you have 1 ammo remaining and you kill someone and you fully heal, but if you miss, it kills you. Like, what kind of stat is that?
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh stat right there.
On Tuesdays, assuming that the current weather is partly cloudy, Like, okay, great. I'm leaning toward really good but not OP because tracer rounds, at least in casual, matters. Now in competitive, this would be the most overpowered weapon in the game, but
tracer rounds I do believe matter, yes. I don't think that they're like the be-all end-all of sniper downsides, but they do matter and they do make a difference. Like even the classic ones make a difference.
Yeah, to the point where there would at least be a reason to not use this over stock sometimes.
Yes.
So I think it's really good but not OP. What do you think?
I don't know. I do think it is kind of OP. Like the fact that you are like healing up HP. Like again, this is a cozy camper.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Except you have an SMG or Girardi.
Ooh, that is true.
You could have. Oh my god, you could have this in Girardi Bushwhacker. You can see enemies' HP and then Girardi Bushwhacker them
while active.
Well, you could like see it before, like you could have it out and then just switch to Girardi and Bushwhacker.
I mean, I don't know if I would need to know how much HP enemies are at before Girardi Bushwhacking. That usually just kind of works.
It could be helpful for higher health targets.
I'm going to pull the argument that I pulled with the Demoman primary and say that this would be among the best sniper rifles, but it's not the fuck you, the earth is hell weapon.
I suppose that's true. I guess in terms of like, I kind of have to view this as kind of like the bizarre bargain, where it's like, how often would you really recognize, like being on the other end of this gun, that you died specifically because of the upside that he can see your HP while it's active?
Yeah, but if he misses, you can see him, so...
You're never going to notice that, so... Yeah, I guess it's good, but not like the worst ever.
Yeah, it's not like if this was in Team Fortress 2, the game wouldn't be ruined. Now compare that to the entire Earth is flame, or Sniper can now rocket jump with the Huntsman and also do splash damage. Like, okay, well, those, I think there's a slightly bigger case for that.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll just kind of
cram
them in
full.
here. Yeah, this seems to be where all the weapons kind of end up. Is really.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more complete garbage ones.
Me too. Like, in every other generator that I've done, again, it's been a couple years, so I might be misremembering, but I do remember like OP and fucking useless being the tiers that were filled up quickest. So this is kind of cool to see that the median ones are more dense.
More of a discussion to be had around it, as opposed, like, every time we do see a dog water one, it's just like, oh wow, that sounds awful. Okay, next one.
For example, Scout Primary. Okay, this has the switch between ammo and health collecting modes.
Again, they love this one.
So, we get to switch between that. We get to see enemies' HP while active. We get the firing speed on a consecutive hit. God. My allergies are kicking in, sorry. Then we have this weapon shoots high-speed projectiles instead of bullets. Okay, wait.
Uh-huh.
So does that mean that they're condensed into one projectile like a Groordbort weapon, or...
Oh, or does it mean like each individual pellet is its own projectile? Because that...
doesn't have precedent in Team Fortress 2, whereas the Groordbort does.
No, it
that's
doesn't.
The better reading of it, technically.
Yeah. Well, the blue stats, I think, would make this extremely powerful. Not to mention you would basically have a candy cane equipped on you at all times. It's just like turn ammo packs into health packs. Like even small health packs is really good. The high-speed projectiles thing. Okay. Assuming that it just works like, okay, they're bullets, but they have travel time.
I don't think that's the way to read it, because no other weapon in Team Fortress 2 that replaces a shotgun has done that. Every single projectile weapon that replaces a shotgun is one projectile that it shoots. And if this is a high-speed projectile, like, I would argue that that's maybe... this shoots flares, basically. No afterburn, but that's like the...
man-melter shots.
Not even man-melter, just flares. Flares are pretty fast on their own. But again, assuming the numbers are the same, it's like that itself could potentially be good.
Yeah, you do have to hit them consecutively though, so being projectiles does make it a bit harder, I think.
I feel like actually it would be, well, okay, yeah, compared to just a shotgun, yeah.
Yeah, compared to a shotgun where it's like, oh, you just have to chip them with one damage.
Honestly, even by nature of this, like, being a projectile shooter. So it's like, let's say that this shot a flare type thing that didn't do afterburn, but it did normal scattergun damage. So it's like up to 102 per hit if you're point blank. Or it's akin to every every pellet hitting if you're far away. So that would be what? 30?
Something
max?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, because it does 3 per pellet max ramp up times 10. So yeah. Honestly, like, this would make this a long-range scattergun. Like, that's a very misleading downside. It would change the way that it plays, for sure, but...
Yeah, that should be gray text. So really the only, like, definitive downside is that, well, you collect smaller health packs and stuff, and also you just have a 10% slower movement speed.
But yeah, it's like this would be a really good spam weapon because it's like if it shoots relatively decent damage shots at mid range.
I mean, it's basically the mule molester.
Yeah, and you can see enemies' HP, so you know how many you have to hit, and the more of them you hit, the faster it is. This would be really fun, actually. But how good is this? Like, I don't even know.
Would it be balanced? I don't know. I think it would be one of the strongest scatterguns.
I was gonna say
it's hard to judge because of the nature of the whole projectile thing.
Like, again, we kind of have to just invent numbers and use what exists as precedent, but I could see this being really good, but not OP. Again, assuming it's firing like flare speed projectiles or Sandman speed or something that still do like pretty good damage at mid-range, because again, it's akin to every pellet hitting. So like, I think that would make this pretty good. It would be a really good mid-ranger scattergun.
Okay, this is probably just like really good but not OP.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. And what I'm realizing too is that if we do this type of video again, then we should probably add a tier in between that's like, this would definitively be the best one, but Team Fortress 2 would survive.
Yeah, like meta.
Yeah, so... Yeah, okay, well, we know for the future, but for this one, we'll stick it in here. And again, if you
That's probably why this tier is just, like, filling up so much, because it's just, like... We've been having this sort of dilemma a lot through this video, where it's just like, yeah, this would probably be, like, the best one in the slot, but would it completely destroy the game? No, not really. Yeah,
but, like, again, you never know how powerful the generator tends to make weapons until you've experimented with it, and I have definitely seen ones where it's like, we didn't even need 3 middle tiers because every weapon was either the most broken or useless thing ever. So now that we have a better sense for this, when we do this again, or if we do this again, which, I mean, I could ask to see, like, feedback, but if you're, like, 3 hours into this already, I'm assuming you like it to some extent, so...
you better be.
We'll do that for the future.
Maybe you're in a coma. You need to wake up.
Okay.
You need to wake up.
You do need to wake up. That's true, actually. You're in a coma. Your parents have been trying to get a hold of you for 4 years. They're trying to tell you to wake up. The doctors are trying to tell you to wake up. Please wake up. Anyway, moving on to the next one. What we're going to do here is I have generated 5 Yu-Gi-Oh card looking weapons. These ones are going to be fucking insane, but we'll figure them out.
Hell yeah.
All right. This is a Demoman primary where you have a 200% increase in air and turning control while charging. So, okay, while charging, you have the air control increase too. That's
okay, so that makes your tripping insane then.
All receive debuffs turn into buffs. Okay, well, I mean, this just kind of has to be an I don't know one. But, well, let's see.
Well, let's see what else we got here.
Yeah.
Those buffs now last 20% longer than they would.
That's true.
Which who knows how long they would.
140% healing from all sources. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Pocketed demo is insane.
Well, this might actually be OP, because imagine this. Like, okay, you have a lower charge duration by 10% and you get less health from packs, but that cancels out. So you just pocket this on demo and you get overheal that lasts 20% longer. I mean, even if we don't know what they do, you're immune to debuffs. And
imagine this with a quick fix.
Holy shit.
He'd be unkillable.
It's just
He'd
a
be
permanent
unkillable, and the medic
it's
is just like
permanent
glued to
quick fix
him.
charge, yeah.
Oh my Okay, that's busted.
Okay,
That's busted
well,
as
this
fuck.
goes in busted yet.
Even if we don't know what debuffs turn into buffs means, that's everything else is still so ridiculously busted. Because like with the one fucking thing, with the heavy primary, it's like we don't know what that means, and it's effectively the only upside. With this, it has so many other upsides on top of everything else that it's just like fuck it. That's only a good thing.
Even then, it's like this implies that you're somehow immune to debuffs, so you can't get stunned or pushed back. Yeah,
as Demoman is a fucking deal.
So good luck. What's that? Medic's pocketing this guy who's using that and the Eyelander and the charge and targe. All right, well, have fun with that one, Chief.
It really is just a permanent quick fix charge because you can't get knocked back.
Holy fuck.
You can't get knocked back and you're constantly getting healed. That's awful.
All right, Fish, are you ready for this one?
Oh, hell yeah. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Oh my god.
All right. Let us consult the
Reddit,
text.
I missed you.
This is a Reddit suggestion. Okay, so firing speed increases the longer it's fired. You get 30% healing from all sources while active. You have 2% move speed per consecutive hit, up to 25%. On hit, you get instant switch and deploy speed for all weapons for 5 seconds, which I don't think would matter because you still have to rev down, but you get battle
Maybe it
fever.
bypasses that, who knows?
No, because switch speed still, like, let's say you're switching to the panic attack from a minigun, you still have to rev down at normal speed, but...
It'd be cool if it totally bypassed that, though.
It would.
It'd be funny.
It would be funny, but that's not precedent. We can't do it. And then you heal up to 2 HP per second while in combat, but the downside is 10% damage vulnerability for each ally downed with you nearby.
So if an enemy dies near you, you get a 10% damage vulnerability.
No, if an ally dies near you, so if your med drops.
Or yeah, if a teammate dies near you.
15% less move speed while deployed. Sustained fire ignites user on kill, locked to melee for 3 seconds, and
that instantly kills it.
Missed bullets that hit nearby surfaces have a 20% chance of ricocheting. What the hell is this?
What?
So, okay, no. This isn't missed shots. This is missed bullets. So if you miss 3 bullets, then you take 3 bullets. You have a 20% chance to take each of those 3 bullets.
Oh my god.
This is garbage. What the hell?
You had me going with the blue text, but that red text just killed it.
I was gonna say, because it doesn't matter how long you're firing or how many consecutive hits you get, because if you kill anyone, you're locked to melee.
You're locked to melee.
At least the melee is instant, so...
Yeah, there you go. That's something.
Okay, well, this is garbage. That was the fastest analysis of this behemoth.
Holy shit.
Look how small this is compared. Like I said, I just cranked all the settings up to max for these, so it's funny. And sometimes it just generates, like, not insane ones. Like, +2 capture rate while active on a flamethrower. On hit, insta-switch and deploy speed for all weapons on a flamethrower. That's fucking insane.
The fuck? That's ridiculous. Wait, hold on. Would that count towards lingering flame particles?
Yeah, it's a hit, so yeah.
Oh my god.
This would be the most insane flare combo tool ever.
Ever. Or imagine this with the fucking panic attack.
Oh no, this would be... Fish, you could do the 3-hit combo literally instantly, because this is instant switch and deploy for all weapons for 5 seconds.
Oh my god, you're right.
You hit once, you switch to the flare, the shot comes out in like 1 frame, and you switch to the extinguisher and do like 500 damage within the span of a second.
Would you even need to bring it out for 1 frame? Because, like, the flame particles are already lingering.
I mean...
Would that count?
They would have to hit for you to get the insta-switch, but yeah. But this would be the combo Pyro's Wet Dream. Actually, they should add this to the game. That would be awesome.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
All received debuffs turn into buffs, but that just means you're immune to debuffs, I guess, and who knows what else. And then all healing received is decreased by 60% while recently in combat. So this does have a pretty sizable downside, but this is an insane combo Pyro weapon. This would be so good.
Yeah.
I want this in the game. I want instant switch speed on Pyro. Please, let me do the 3-hit combos again. I miss the old days.
And fuck it, just like more capture rate while you're at it. 'Cause
Sure.
why the hell not?
What's that? You want a back cap? Have fun with that, champ.
You want to max out a payload cart's speed by just standing next to it as one guy? Sure, why the hell not?
There's like a giga pain train. Why is it +2?
I don't know.
Anyway, I think this would be really darn good, but not OP, because the healing does mean you can't just like
face tank
ravage the entire
everything.
enemy team. Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. That was my thought process. Is yeah. In the instances where you are in someone's face and getting those ridiculous combos off on them, this would be absolutely insane. But if you can't sustain that, then it doesn't really matter. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think this would be OP, but it's not like completely game breaking.
I don't even know if this would be meta, because like there are genuinely times like if I wanted a pocket medic, I think the degreaser would be better, because 60% healing is like rough. That's almost as much as the back scratcher. So like just not being able to have a pocket as Pyro is pretty significant. All right, this tier, yeah, we're definitely splitting this tier next time. Like this is
Yes.
There's a little stuffy in there. All right, 2 more. We have.
Oh dear
right.
God.
On kill, health is set to victim's max health if higher than the user's current health. Holy
Does that
fuck.
wear off ever? Because if you kill a heavy, don't kill anyone else.
Only if it's
You're
higher.
good.
No. Only if it's higher than the user's current health.
Yeah, so just kill a heavy.
So kill a heavy and then you have 300 health, and it doesn't say that it wears off ever, so...
Yeah, so just don't kill anyone else after that. Or, like, no, wait. You can just
It doesn't
kill
matter.
anyone else
Yeah,
after
because
that. It
there
doesn't
isn't
matter.
going to be anyone with a higher health. Oh, what's that? You killed a heavy with the Delocus bar? Now you have 350 health. Awesome.
Oh my God, so it's just, it's basically exponential.
On kill...
I mean, not exponential, but...
Yeah.
You can't go down.
On kill, 5 seconds of mini crits. Mini crits you get mini crits against airborne enemies.
So it's also a reserve shooter.
You mini crit overhealed enemies and enemies being healed, and you have a 45% faster firing speed. But the downside is, on kill, you're locked to melee for 3 seconds, so you can't just...
How much shit happens on kill?
All buildings cost 90% more metal to construct. Oh God.
What the fuck?
Oh God. And then if you get a kill, then you have the scout mini crit thing where the next attack you receive is a mini crit.
Dear God.
What the fuck do we even say about this? Okay,
Okay, so you kill someone, you kill a heavy with this thing with your 45% faster firing speed. You are now an engineer at 300 health. You also have 5 seconds of mini crits, but for 3 of those seconds, you're locked to melee.
Wait, Fish, but I'm seeing a problem here, so... Sentries would cost 247 metal to construct. You couldn't build them.
Oh no. Could you
But
at
you
least
could...
build... What could you build?
Dispensers and teleporters.
Okay, so you can still build those at least.
Yeah, but a dispenser would cost 190, and teleporters would cost 85, or no, something like that. 95, sorry.
Oh my God.
But you could switch off of the shotgun, and then wait. Okay, so here.
Oh wait, that's true. You
so
can just
here's
switch
the
your
meta.
loadout.
You kill a heavy, and then you equip the normal shotgun, and then.
Or you could just set up your nest ahead of time and then equip.
Yeah, but if a
this.
sentry goes down, then you can't build another one. But like this would still be fucking insane, because all you'd have to do is use this.
My assumption is that like it works kind of like the Islander. Like if you get the health bonus from killing people with the Islander and then switch off the Islander, you lose the health bonus. I assume it works kind of like
precedent. That is precedent, so we could stick with that.
So you'd be better off setting up the nest first and then killing someone, and then switching to the shotgun and killing someone with this. But the fact that you can switch loadouts at all is insane. Like again, you are an engineer with 300 health if you kill a heavy,
But
which you can because it's a shotgun with 45% faster firing speed.
Fish, you also could just use the gunslinger and get minis, which would cost 190 metal, but it's something, and then you still have 300 health.
Oh, that's also true. I didn't consider that.
The downside is you're locked to melee for 3 seconds, but then you can switch back to your primary, and then you have 2 seconds of mini crits to spare, so...
Well, if you do use the gunslinger, then you also get, like, the triple hit combo if you're stuck with a melee anyway.
Yeah, so
this...
this...
1, 2, 3 guaranteed crit. That's something.
I mean, as engineer, the thing is that this kills anything so fast. And it gives you so much health, with the downside being that you have to use the gunslinger, basically.
Yes. You have to use the gunslinger, and... killing people locks you to melee, but like when you are at 300 health, because you
just use the pistol.
Well, you're locked to melee.
No, but if you use the pistol, and you still have 300 health, and now you have like a gun that you can kill multiple people at a time with.
That's true. Or you could use the short circuit and just like, oh hey soldier, you're never killing me. Good luck. Good luck. I'm not using this metal to build a sentry. I'm just using it to piss you off.
Strange original soldier detected. Friendly heavy spotted.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this would be busted. This would be insane.
There would be reasons not to use this, but in the reasons where you would use this, it's fucking unbelievable.
Like, yeah, this is like, again, part of like the nuances of the tiers of this... technically wouldn't just be a straight upgrade from everything, but this would ruin Team Fortress 2 if it was in the game.
I would hate fighting an engineer, like, hunkering behind a sentry nest, and it's like, he's just at 300 health, so I can't even, like, there's nothing I can do.
The engineer that
Imagine he's behind a
heavy.
wrangled sentry.
Oh, fuck.
He's behind a wrangled sentry,
it'd have to be a
he's at 300
mini.
health.
So he has as much health as the wrangled mini.
Unless, of course, he builds a sentry beforehand, and then switches to the shotgun afterwards.
He could do that, too. And it doesn't say they cost more metal to upgrade, just construct, so...
Mm-hmm. So yeah, this would break the game. This would suck.
This would be... Oh my god. I'm just...
And Uncle Dane would make so many guides on how to abuse this thing, because, like, it would need multiple guides. Because there's so many ways to abuse it.
I just can't get out of my mind, like, imagine the engineer that kills the Delocus Heavy, and then that steals his max health, but then the engineer wouldn't suffer the overheal penalty, because that's a very heavy specific thing, because it's like a temporary buff for him, even though it is still technically max HP. So then you could get up to 525 health as engineer if that was the case.
Dear God.
So maybe just like a little broken. I'm thinking.
Maybe a little bit. Valve, maybe don't add this one to the game.
Yeah, actually, for anyone in the comments, we advocate for all of these weapons being added to the game as is. We think that all of the weapons that are in Team Fortress 2 should be replaced with these.
Especially the ones that chop your ammo.
Yes. You shoot 2 halves of a syringe out of the gun. Maybe. We don't know what that means. I asked the person who sent it to me in my Discord, and they didn't fucking know either, so...
Oh, man.
Okay, this is the last one that we'll do tonight, and then we'll call it and come back later. There's a Pyro primary that does 30% extra healing from all sources while active. You get a +1 capture rate on wear. 20% health from packs on wear, so that multiplies with that.
Yeah, that stacks with the healing from all sources, so that's insane.
You can ignite buildings with this weapon. Okay.
So buildings just take afterburn damage.
But it chops ammo twice as fast. No, but at least on Pyro, no, because at least on Pyro, we kind of know what this means. Like, it just consumes double the ammo. Yeah.
Okay.
Because at least there's no ambiguities to how that could even work.
Okay.
Because, yeah, on Medic, it's like, what does that mean? Does it reload twice as much ammo? Does it fire twice as fast? But on Pyro, it doesn't reload, and it doesn't matter what the speed of firing is. So,
okay.
We'll just say it consumes ammo at twice the rate. I think that makes sense on a flamethrower. Air Blast destroys projectiles at the cost of twice the ammo consumed.
So like 40 ammo to quote unquote reflect the projectile, and all that does is destroy it, so you can't use it to like mini crit a soldier.
Yeah. So if you shove someone, then it only does 20. Okay, then if you destroy projectile, then it does 40. And then it can't reflect projectiles, but that doesn't matter. And it
because
deploys
it destroys
and holsters.
them anyway.
Yeah, it destroys or deploys and holsters 15% slower. So this is basically just like the Giga healing flamethrower.
Yeah, this is like the you want to be pocketed flamethrower.
Yeah. And you capture faster, so that's pretty good.
You capture faster, you ignite buildings with it, so it's like, this is the flamethrower that you use when it's like, alright, Med, stick with me, we're going in to push into last.
But only effectively having like 100 WM1 ammo, like this would chew through ammo so quick.
That is true.
But if you're getting kills regularly, that might not be, if you're like being really aggressive with a medic, like I guess you could. Because this would heal you really quick with the quick fix.
Mm-hmm. And you can also just like, the deploy and holster speed penalty is also a problem.
It's pretty minuscule.
I suppose. But like, it is at least a downside that might prevent you from doing like combos with this thing, like as effectively.
Yeah, that is true. So I guess you'd have to run this with like a shotgun, basically. You couldn't get much use out of a flare.
Probably panic attack would be the best one, just because it like, at the very least, it deploys faster, so it like negates one of those downsides.
That's true, actually. The panic attack would probably be like one of the best secondaries with this, because again, like you could pull it out quick and you wouldn't be chewing through your flamethrower ammo. So
yeah, and like you could switch from the power jack to your melee, or not the power jack, from the panic attack to your melee, which is probably gonna be the power jack.
Well, it's a 15% slower. It's like, it's not that terrible, but
it is noticeable enough that you're not like pulling off super quick combos like you are with the degreaser.
This honestly might be balanced.
I'm kind of agreeing, which is weird because like this is so many ridiculous stats, but I kind of agree. Like it feels like it has a very specific niche.
Yeah, somehow this one actually like generated with like a pretty distinct playstyle in mind.
It's weird.
And not being able to reflect projectiles and having ammo consume very quick with a flamethrower is important. But
like all the downsides really matter for Pyro is the thing. It's not just like some of the other ones we've gotten where it's like, oh no, Heavy has slightly lower movement speed or some crap
Heavy
like
walks
that.
5% slower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or 10% damage vulnerability in this specific situation.
Yeah, but again, like 30% healing from medics, and then an additional 20% healing from packs, and then potentially an additional 50.
Scratcher.
You would get most of your health, like you get 75% health back if I'm doing the mental math right from a small health pack with the back scratcher.
Oh my god.
So yeah, like this would be good, but like, I mean, realistically, you'd want to use this with a, either around a payload cart or with a medic, because if you're relying on packs, then...
I mean, hey, on payload, this would be really good because of the extra healing you'd get.
It would, and the ammo regeneration, so... Yeah, I think this is, honestly, like, it would be a weird weapon, but it would be balanced.
I don't disagree with that, yeah. I think it's surprisingly not awful.
Okay, well...
That's a weird note to end on.
I was gonna say, last one is balanced. So here's the final tier list. One of them is, one of the tiers is a little more dense than the other ones, but...
It's so dense. There's so much going on in every single frame.
I'm still laughing at this.
That's one of the best ones.
And it's just fucking useless because of one of its stats.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Well, yeah, so this was fun. It went on for a little bit longer than we assumed. So again, if you
About a
enjoy
day
this,
longer.
yeah, it was a bit dense with information. But if you enjoy this, let us know. And I mean, if Fish has the energy for it, we'll finish out, because I did generate 100 of these suckers. So
We'll try it. We'll try it again next time. I have to get up in the morning.
yeah, it's like I hear the birds chirping. It's like it's an unholy hour of the night for me, so I should probably go to
You
bed,
always
but-
hear the birds chirping.
So, if you have any ideas to improve this format, let us know. But yeah, I mean, I'd be up for doing this pretty regularly. This is like this is like interesting discussion. I forgot how fun doing these stupid weapon generators are. Anyway,
it's
though,
an interesting discussion, and the most important part is it doesn't actually matter.
people will still find a way to get mad.
Well, maybe she didn't talk over me so much, you fuck.
That's true. You know, I said that I think B when you said I think A. So
You
kinda-
railroaded this conversation.
it's kind of over for human decency, I think. But all right, you go
Yeah.
to bed, I go to bed, and we all sleep well.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for joining. That's it. Goodbye.